Let the games begin.
What's up, all you crazy capitalists, you witty whiskey enthusiasts? Welcome to the Whiskey Capitalist Podcast. I'm Ian.
I'm Van.
We got MoviesMerica here. Shawn is actually, he's got some cool musical opportunities, and I think doing some studio recording, something like that, with one of the dudes in the Billy Joel band, I believe. I don't listen when he talks. So
you should just tell her about it, though.
Yeah, what?
You should just tell her about it, though, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So I think he'll be able to explain that more when he comes back on Monday. But Van from MoviesMerica here graciously is saving our ass yet again from you guys just hearing me talk about nothing.
Well, not all heroes wear capes, so I think we can agree on that.
Yeah, exactly. Evidently, heroes wear robes, according to the people in Wisconsin right now.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But yeah, so make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow, and comment down below. It helps out with the algorithm, and it gives us something to talk about while we're doing the live stream in case we missed anything. Go to solo.to/the Whiskey Capitalist for all of our links and how to stay up to date with us. Go to bit.ly/the Whiskey Capitalist merch for our fully stacked merch store. I'm about to burp, like I can feel it right there.
Let it out. You're in a safe place.
Yeah, exactly. Go to @MoviesMerica, www.moviesmerica.com to check out this guy's awesome movie reviews up until they're on the channel. So thank you guys very much. And to everyone that's watching on Rumble, everyone that is watching on Twitter, as well as YouTube, we appreciate you being here. Let's see. We already have one comment. What's up, Dad? Thank you very much. I'm glad you are here.
What's up?
What's up? All right, cool. Here's the intro.
Who else in the level car say yeah?
Look at that big, juicy booty.
Hot like a tamale.
Be offended.
Do you love black people?
Negro.
You know the thing.
Here next.
Don't be rude. You ain't black.
Shawn Cav.
You're going to have a flame coming out of your butthole.
Heartfelt.
A man and a woman.
All righty. So something that I forgot to do, obviously, was say what we were going to be talking about, which probably would have been a good.
Yeah, it's just unimportant detail.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So what we are going to be talking about, if you didn't see the thumbnail, we are going to be talking about the Darrell Brooks, the end of the trial. So sentencing just happened, and neither Van or I have seen the sentencing. I saw up to the last maybe 20 minutes of the live stream. So I don't know exactly what the sentence was. I don't know what she did, but it didn't look good for him. Let's just say she went through basically the whole trial, everything that everything that led up to it, the whole incident, his conduct in court, his distractions, all the victim statements, how he reacted to all of them, how he mocked the victim statements, how he was just an absolute, basically a fucking shitbag. So again, didn't look good for him. But we have some victim statements that I prepared here that we can watch. A couple of them are a little longer, a couple of them are shorter, just kind of clips of them. But just kind of want to give you guys a sense of it. And Van, you said you really didn't see any of them, did you?
I did not, no. So I saw a couple, and it was just enough to see to make an impact on me, to like remind me what a piece of shit the guy is. But I didn't see anywhere near the whole thing. Yeah,
I watched the whole thing yesterday, and then I watched through it again to find some good clips of it and find the ones that I wanted to see. There was some definitely good ones. There was another outburst which was fucking great. He kept like interrupting in the middle of it, and I think it was the same fucking guy that screamed out before, you shut up, you fucking piece of shit, or like, I don't know if you remember watching that, but
I remember, like, wasn't there one guy who's like, you burn in hell, you piece of shit, or something like that?
I think it was the same dude, because he like, Darrell Brooks was like interrupting or whatever, and he's like, shut up, let her talk, god damn.
And I was shocked because it turned out that guy was Tony Robbins. I mean, They pan the camera around. It's Tony Robbins.
It was
The Dalai Lama.
grave.
Burn in hell, you piece of shit. Oh my God, Dalai Lama. How could you say that?
Yeah, exactly.
Only you can have good existence in the afterlife, but you, motherfucker, you die. You burn in hell.
Yeah, exactly. Someone said rot slow. That was pretty fucking good.
Playing at the Coliseum this weekend, rot slow.
Yeah, exactly. It's the new fucking deathcore, man. But yeah, so we're gonna be talking about that, and we also are going to be talking a little bit about the Trump 2024 announcement. And I haven't watched the video, so maybe I haven't watched his announcement, the whole hour-long thing. I think I watched maybe the last like couple of minutes, but I think what we do is we watch the maybe the first 10 minutes and like the last 10 minutes. That's usually like the biggest part. I mean, you know, those are like since he's a stand-up comedian, those are kind of like those are his good jokes, and then the middle is like his crowd work.
Right. Take my wife, please. Oh wait, no, she looks pretty hot. Don't take her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
This is where he does a lot of this. And,
Right,
you know, it was amazing. It was great. I just want to see the we're gonna make America strong again.
Yeah,
make America safe again. I just want to see, you know.
I just want to see the head tilt he always does when he's reading the teleprompter.
Stand up. It's amazing.
Right, yeah. You're the best.
You're
You're the best.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So enough of our Trump impressions. I'm sure you'll hear plenty more later. Okay, so let's see. Let's start it off. Okay, this guy was I kind of cut off maybe like 3 minutes of his thing. It still is a little bit longer, but or should we start with the chicks and get them out of the way?
Yeah. Chicks deserve first billing.
Yeah, sure. It's not 'cause I want to get them out of the way at all. Okay. So I'm an asshole. All right. So let's do this one. All right, cool. So this is the end of her statement. This obviously isn't her full thing. And if you watch his face, he gets real pissed after a second, and you'll see why. Hold on, let me see.
I know some today may offer forgiveness, but for me, forgiveness is for accidents, for mistakes or poor choices that the offender expresses remorse for their actions. Darrell Brooks offers no remorse, but he did search for sympathy for himself.
That fucker.
Yeah, dude.
Roll your eyes at me, motherfucker.
I will not. Darrell Brooks should be held accountable for every second of pain and trauma he inflicted on all of us that day, including the many years inflicted.
Do you see him now? You see his face? He's all, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Yeah.
He is always.
Just let me get my hands on you just for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
With that, Your Honor, I ask that the full sentence is issued. He spends the rest of his days in prison.
She is much more composed than I would be. Much respect to her.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Dumb motherfucker.
He's fucking laughing.
Be laughing when you're getting cornholed every fucking 3 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't remember the exact verbiage, but someone on Ricada's channel said something about one of the commenters said something about he's gonna get hollowed out. And his asshole sounds like a flute. I was like, it's gonna sound like the fucking Halo theme.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna be a jack-o'-lantern. It's gonna be a Darrell lantern. Basically, it's gonna like just dig him out, man. I tell you, just scoop his ass out.
Yeah, exactly. What was that? The Chronicles of Riddick, with a Pitch Black or whatever.
Yeah, right.
All right.
He's gonna be so bad. They're gonna hold up his asshole to their ear. It's gonna sound like a conch shell.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, good God. Okay, let me see. Yeah, there were a couple in here that were like, it got dusty in the room that I was watching. It was hard to not, not fucking start bawling, dude. Some of the kids, they had little kids they had like the kids that were injured and that were brothers and sisters of this and that, dude. Like it was, it was fucking.
Yeah. I mean, that's why, like, to this day, I can't watch the unedited video of it and whatnot. So, because when I watch stuff like that, that stuff affects me.
Yeah.
Some people can watch that and they're just like, they have to, I have a morbid curiosity, but then I also, after a lot of years, I realize my limits. Because I remember, like, I saw a picture of Nicole Brown Simpson's face, like, a post-mortem look at her face, like at the crime scene, like stab wounds in her face and blood everywhere and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I still remember like how much that affected me. I could because I was up with my sisters up in Minneapolis, just visiting up there and just fucking around on her computer. And I saw that picture, and that was like on Friday night, and I was there till Sunday. I remember that affected me the whole weekend. Like we were going out and clubbing and getting some good eats and whatnot, and we even went to Valley Fair amusement park, and like I kept thinking about that the whole weekend, and I'm like, so I can imagine like if I saw this Waukesha parade footage unedited, like in this bloody carnage, man, I tell you, no, I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm not like live leak 4chan like type where I watch that shit, but like I can handle a pretty good amount of it. I like watching the actual police body cam footage as opposed to like edited shit, like just because I like to know, like I know that I saw it with my own eyes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Yes. At a certain point, it's like, fuck, I can't watch that.
Right. Yeah. If it's got blood, that's what I can't handle. Like we saw that footage a couple of days ago.
Oof.
Yeah, with the lady getting pinned in between the cars. Yeah, and it's like that was horrible and awful and tragic and whatnot. But there wasn't any blood, and so that doesn't affect me as much. I mean, it's still terrible, but if there was like a pool of blood everywhere or something like that would affect me more.
Yeah, it's now if there's a fight for some reason, to me that's different. You know what I mean? Like if two people are fighting and there's blood and he's leaking out of his face.
Oh, sure. Right.
It's a little bit different, but it's like if something tragic, something like that. Yeah, definitely.
It's two willing participants, it's like they both know what they're getting into. It's the dynamic of the situation. But but when it's somebody who's just like they're sitting there, they're on a parade, loving life, it's holiday season, and next thing you know, their life is snuffed out. That's completely different. That's on a whole different level.
Yeah, exactly. And and this complete tangent and side note just came to my mind. I think it's funny that the last two live streams that you've been on as a guest, well, besides the midterm one, the one that you've been covering for Shawn, we've talked about Darrell Brooks both times. So,
I
think that's kind of funny. I know when you saw that text message, you're like, again?
No, it's fascinating. It's fascinating. I mean, it's
yeah.
I mean, it's morbid fascination, and I know it's a big topic of the day, and I think my anger about it, how pissed off I am at him about what he did, it's intriguing. It makes it instantly intriguing in a sick and depraved way.
Yeah, exactly. And so I think that since it was so impactful, and since it's been such a big story in the news, I think it's not just retribution for those families and everything. I feel like it's retribution for everyone that has watched. You know what I mean? Everyone sees the fucking absolute shitbag that he is.
Yeah, this hasn't been a big enough story. I mean, because I think you've mentioned this too, and other people have mentioned it's like it doesn't get to play. That other other stories. I shouldn't say tragedy. It's like, I mean, George Floyd getting killed. I mean, obviously it was a tragedy. Obviously I didn't want the guy to die. But it's it didn't warrant the coverage that it got as compared to the coverage that Waukesha is getting. I mean, think about how many times Charlottesville has been mentioned where one person died, which obviously that's one person too many.
Exactly.
But I mean, we're talking about 6 people in Waukesha, including an 8-year-old boy. Yeah. And you basically, you gotta dig and try to excavate coverage of this on the news, as opposed to Charlottesville. And I mean, that was all over the news.
Yeah. Well, because they can't, there's no narrative that they can play where it's racism.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. The narrative is quite the opposite of what they want to put out there. I mean, they do not want that.
You could say that it's racist going the other way.
Yeah. It's
so
like
that's racist.
Yeah, exactly. They're not doing black people any favors by not doing that because, I mean, more black people kill other black people than white people kill black people. I mean, that's statistically true right there. That's not Van Ebert, making pulling stats out my ass.
Yeah, exactly.
So enabling that stuff. Eventually, some black person that you care about, other people care about, is they're gonna get hit by a car, or get killed by black violence or something like that. And it's not gonna be Darrell Brooks, obviously, but it could be something else.
It to me, it's like, if you're gonna scream racism only against one race, and that race is perpetuating a lot of the crime, or whatever, what have you, then all you're doing really. At first you're gonna bring attention to it. Yes, I'm not saying that there won't be attention to it, but what you're gonna do is breed more racism.
Oh yeah,
because what you're doing is you're saying that this group of people are the only ones that have any racism against them, and then and then people are gonna be like, yeah, but wait, I got jumped by that race, or this happened to me, or this happened to my friend or my family member, or this and that, and then you see other examples of it, and you're like, but why aren't you talking about that?
Right.
This is an epidemic going against them, but it's not an epidemic going against anyone else.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. That's what I'm afraid of, is that, say 20 years ago, I think racial harmony, was heading in the right direction. Right.
Yeah.
And racism, obviously there's always going to be racism until you can have a mind control device that controls everybody's minds. There's always going to be racism. I always say that.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's levels of racism. And obviously in 1964, there was more racism. There's a higher racism level than there is now. It was heading in the right direction, but now it's getting to the point where you just see so many, and this is not an indictment on all black people. I mean but the black people that are committing the crimes, you see a lot of it, right? Yeah. And you're always seeing this, and you're not seeing as many white people commit crimes. Not to say that white people don't ever commit crimes, but and I have to make that disclaimer, of course, but there's just so many black people committing crimes, and there's so many black people committing are doing great things in life. Let me say that. They're doing great things. They're very successful, very prominent.
Qualify your
I hate how you have to fucking do that, right? I hate that. But most of the crime we're seeing is black people doing, committing crimes, and I'm not the only one that sees that. You're not the only one that sees that. And a person that was well on their way, or maybe already there, where they're like, "Hey, I love black," I don't look at black people any differently than any other race. Yeah. I appreciate them. Yeah, I don't see color. Now they will. Yeah, now they will.
It's just again, you have a modicum of people going towards your cause, but then because it's disingenuous, just like with the BLM stuff and their disingenuous ways that they worked. And now it's coming out that they were fraudulent with money, and they never gave it to, the communities and doing all that. They're buying fucking, $1 million houses in white neighborhoods.
BLM, buy larger mansions.
Yeah, exactly. Burn, loot, murder. Mm-hmm. But no, it's just like, you're doing a detriment to your cause.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, exactly.
Right. So we are going to let's see which one we're gonna do right now. I'll say there's another couple of chicks. But let's go with the dude.
All right, switch it up.
Yeah. All right, cool. Let me share this screen real quick. Yeah, we'll do this one right here. Cool. All right. Yeah.
I haven't seen this one.
You have?
I have not. No. Oh. This is new blood.
There we go.
Into my heart. I have few words for Mr. Brooks. Just saying that name brings anger and hatred into my heart.
Mm-hmm.
This was the end of his,
and
by the way.
I want to move forward after this sentencing with the happy memories I hold of my mother. I sat silently almost every day in this courtroom, bit my tongue, restrained myself from jumping over this divide to administer my thoughts of justice. As Mr. Brooks droned on about where the plaintiff was in this case, who the plaintiff was in this case.
Fucking waste.
You've already heard.
I'll pummel that
there
motherfucker.
Here. Yeah. I'm here right now. I've been here all along. And now he gets to hear from me. Zero remorse for his actions and depraved indifference to life. His fake tears in court were never.
Fuck you and your eye roll.
Only for himself and the freedom he has lost. His narcissistic behavior, disgusting trial antics, and defiance to accept any accountability displays how truly unworthy he is of anyone's forgiveness.
Bye.
Well, we lost my mom instantly.
Mm-hmm.
I hope his 76 sentences pass in a slow, miserable, depressing existence.
Yeah.
Lives he shattered.
Yeah. Like a boss.
I hold culpable in my mother's murder. Dawn Woods, the mother who knew her son's felonious criminal history and penchant for violence, yet bailed him out of jail for $1,000 after he assaulted Erica Patterson.
It's an enabler.
Moreover, with Miss Woods' Ford Escape, she continued to allow him to drive it and enabled his.
Yeah. Did you realize that he did the same thing to Erica Patterson? He ran her over with that same fucking SUV.
Oh yeah, somebody got in a fight or something like that. That's his
like a month before.
baby mama or something. Like one of his baby mamas. Yeah,
exactly. So and then his mom just let him use the car again.
My baby won't hurt nobody.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, she gave her and his mom and his grandma gave victim state or whatever. They're not victim statements, but you know what I mean, like the statement.
Right? Yeah, I'm like
on his side or whatever.
Yeah, trying to humanize him.
Yeah, before he word vomited fucking for 2 hours, saying how he knows God and he knows Jesus and he blah blah and all this and I'm mental issue whatever, and they were talking about it. It's like they need to make more awareness for mental health, and it's like that's not mental health, dude. That's fucking sociopathy.
Right.
Yeah,
so, exactly. Anyway. Yeah. He's has no remorse. Yeah, he's just psychotic and I mean, like, at least fake some remorse. But he's not even smart enough to do that,
Exactly. Like you're obviously like acting out, having these emotions and having these just put those in your act.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Violence and murders that Sunday afternoon.
This fucking
the other
guy.
is John Chisholm, the Milwaukee County District Attorney, whose misguided and ill-conceived bail reform policies.
Yep.
Led a violent, multi-convicted felon back into our community and onto our streets.
Preach.
Already out on bail from a previous violent felony.
This hit good.
Mr.
Right
Chisholm
here.
disregarded his duty to keep the people of this community and state safe from repeat criminal offenders and allowed a career criminal to snuff out 6 innocent lives. He is a coward who hides from the accountability for his office's negligence. If he had a tiny single sliver of integrity, he would resign. Not once has Mr. Chisholm said 3 simple words to these victims and families. I am sorry.
Sorry.
Words in her many media interviews as a humanitarian.
That's Wisconsin.
He just take those words to the families.
Sorry.
Yeah, dude, there's too much Wisconsin.
Have been bound together forever in grief. 6 families have lost.
Did you say go Packers at the end?
And can never be
go Packers.
But forever remembered.
He likes cheese.
6 names I will now never forget.
I like cheese.
Jane, Jackson, Bill, Tammy, Lee, and Ginny.
Jeannie.
As my mom was fond of saying, angels watch over us.
Jenny was my best good friend. Me
and I know
Jenny were like peas and carrots.
More watching over us.
Peas and carrots.
Dripping with
Judge Darrell, my request is simple. Maximum terms of imprisonment.
Yep.
Every single charge. Life without parole for all 6 counts of intentional homicide.
Ooh.
Hmm.
A little.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Role in
Twist the knife.
The families and this
Stick
community.
it in and break it off.
Yep.
And old Darrell Brooks will be well familiar with that. Yep. Hotness.
What is he doing? The fucking gang sign?
Yeah, right.
Or he's all, this is how they're gonna fist me in jail.
Could have smelled their fingers after they're done with me.
I had to throw in like the silence afterwards because it was fucking like deathly silent in there. I'm like,
yeah, right, yeah. Just the seriousness, and just like the reverence and yeah. Just not a happy, fun place to be, but something, it has to be done. It's a necessary thing. It's going to know that there is a little justice.
Exactly.
Still in this world. So, I mean, if his last name was Biden, he'd be getting off, but yeah.
Okay. So, man. And there were a couple in here where I just could not, like I said, I definitely,
hit you, huh?
Yeah. It got me, dude. Like it fucking, whew. It was
something in your eye, huh?
Yeah. It was real fucking dusty. And I don't know if any of these, there are a couple in here where even watching them back when I was recording them. So I'm apologizing now. If it happens, it happens. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
On the last live stream, we were just talking about, crying.
Let it flow. Yeah, exactly.
It might happen. Let me see. All right. So here's one. I don't think. Yeah, we'll just do this real quick. I don't think that this has any of the other. I think it's just somewhat one of them talking, but you just see Darrell Brooks's reactions, and it's
Darrell Brooks. You stated during this whole trial that you are a man, a God-loving man. You are not. A real man would have stopped when they saw they made a mistake. A real man would have admitted the wrong and would not have put all these families through this pain. A man of God would have stopped, admitted to his wrongs, and asked for forgiveness. You sat there showing no emotions for what you did and pretend that reading the Bible was going to help you. But you, Darrell Brooks, are pure evil that is not fooling anyone.
Yep.
You don't know God, but you better start learning, because where you are going, you're going to need to start praying a lot. You don't deserve to see the light of day ever again. You should never be able to see your children again. It's too bad this state doesn't have a death penalty, because you would be put to the front of the line. I hope you rot in hell.
I'd rather have him suffer in prison first.
And that someone teaches you a true lesson in asking for forgiveness.
I hope you rot in hell.
Yep. Yeah.
The next statement is...
You kept doing this. What are you doing? Do you have
fucking moron?
Fucking heartburn? Like, what's going on?
I'm about dropping my next CD next Tuesday in stores. Dropping my new CD. Yeah.
I'm about to drop. Yeah, and he keeps writing shit down, and I'm like, dude, I really wish, the one thing I do wish would have happened in the victim statements, because there were a lot of things that people picked out of what he said in the trial, whatever, and then put them in their statements, and I was like, this is great.
Yeah.
But I wish they would have said something about his shitty rap career.
Oh, sure, yeah.
If they would have been like, oh yeah, you're gonna have plenty enough time to write some good rhymes, because you haven't written any.
Weirdly enough, that probably would have been the thing that hit him the hardest right there, because that's probably what he cares about the most.
Yeah.
You hate when I spit rhymes, you hate that. What the hell are you talking about? You don't know shit about rap. Fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's go to okay. This one was pretty good. All right. Share screen. Okay, again, this is one of the ones that I cut off a little bit. Because the beginning, it was good, but it just was a lot of, he's not a good public speaker.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Could
But
use a little polishing.
Yeah, exactly. And I know that's shitty to say, because he's talking about victim statements, and
Right. Exactly. He's probably not paid to be a public speaker, so, but speaking from the heart.
But this guy, he's the dad of 4 children that got hit by him. 4 of his children got hit by Darrell Brooks. So it's not, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, one of your kids gets hit, but he hit 4 of them.
Damn. Was that the total amount of kids he's got then, or?
I think so.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, that's a lot.
His youngest and his oldest, and I'm just like, well, yeah. So I don't know. But
and it's just about, I knew that possibly around the corner, standing over on Wisconsin, that eventually the extreme team would be coming around that corner, and I'd see them. And then I had my hood up, and it was cold, but then at the corner of my eye, and kind of watching it, I see a red SUV start to come around that corner, but not really fast, not very fast, because Mr. Brooks, you hit the brakes to go around the corner.
Okay, real quick before we say anything else about this, if you're watching this right now and you are offended by the fact that we are joking, stop watching. Because that's how most everyone deals with shitty, awkward situations.
Yeah. Us joking isn't going to change what's going to happen to Darrell Brooks, and it's not going to bring the unfortunate victims back. Yeah, so I think we're just making light of Darrell Brooks's behavior, and then just the proceedings, but and I think I speak for Ian. When we're joking around, we got full reverence and sympathy in our hearts, for the families, and pure fucking 100% hot fucking hatred for that motherfucker.
Oh so, yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's the only way. It's the only way that I can say and express what I want to without using this a lot of times. Okay. Because that's what he is, like, by definition. And I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say it because we're on a live stream. When I'm at my house, I won't admit that I do, but I want to.
For certain people and whatnot. So because it's some have done committed such depravity and evil that they deserve that. Like in a weird way, I'd call a white person that did evil like that. I'll call Jeffrey Dahmer that.
Yeah, exactly. I don't
bad.
care who you are. That is to me that is a colorless term.
Right. Yeah. Like thug. Like a lot of people want to talk about associate black with the word thug. No, I don't associate the word thug with black. A thug knows no skin color whatsoever. A thug is a state of mind, a mentality.
Yeah, Italians, the mob and the mafia, they were thugs.
Yeah.
The Irish mob, thugs.
Exactly. Yeah. Some people just say that about thugs and associate with black people just to shut people down from using the word thug.
Yeah, like the cartel, thugs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
That's me. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly. Don't send your thugs after me. Exactly. Take me down.
Political activists, thugs.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Yeah.
So just had to have that disclaimer again. Like you said, I hate having to fucking have disclaimers on shit. But that's
right. Yeah, no racism here. Just pure hatred of evil.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like demons.
If you did not hit the brakes, you would have taken that turn way too fast, and then you would have gone into the Veterans Park. So that part didn't seem too odd to me. My hood was kind of covering. I didn't really see the damage of the SUV. So I saw the SUV turn, but I didn't think it was odd until it did not turn and crashed through the barriers. And then the officer shot 3 times after it.
I'm just mad that cop didn't fucking get him in the back of the head.
Silent.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Northwest Avenue.
Better aim, dude.
Live on that road.
It's hard to hit a moving target though. Sometimes
that is my road that I live in.
He just would have hit one of his dreads.
Silence.
Yeah.
But then people start moving. It was like the parade.
Should have had like a fucking like a saw or something like that. Squad assault weapon, one of those 50 cals.
Stream around the corner.
Big old knife.
Crying. My mom
like Danny Trejo and Desperado with all his fucking throwing stars and shit. All his knives, I mean.
Dead people.
Yeah.
Not go around that.
Machete.
We both looked at each other and I said, "Where are the children?"
Fuck.
So me and my mom went around that corner and really went through the wake of the evil and hell that Mr. Brooks, that you brought.
He's writing rhymes.
He's writing shit, yeah.
And going through and seeing, going around the corner and seeing just bodies as far as you can see, injured on the ground. And sometimes I feel personal guilt that I couldn't truly stop and help some of those people in need.
I wouldn't blame him. He's looking for his babies.
I had to keep going. At times I pause and pause. I have my mom screaming, crying, seeing women, adults, people injured, deceased bodies. Once we passed through that section, that's where, Mr. Brooks, you changed me. Because at that point, there's a difference where they talk about an active shooter. Not everyone saw the officer shoot. So in that case, they didn't know. There's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of misunderstanding.
Yeah, imagine being in that fucking situation.
All the realm. People are screaming. People are crying. There's people running all over the place.
Just screaming, and then just like what you're seeing visually and audibly. I mean,
I'd
have a 1,000-yard stare after I see that shit. I just be hard to comprehend what you're seeing, what's happening in the moment.
I am willing to get shot in my head. I am running up the street. Where are my kids?
Our audio cut out at the perfect time. I'm willing to get shot in my head.
It's the sun coming down, and I run up the
That's a statement.
up to the 5 points. I start seeing the extreme truck that they use.
Extreme.
Pom-poms on the ground. But you
Give me
can't
some Mountain Dew Extreme, yeah. Got code red,
which was a decision that I had to make. She caught up, but I took off running.
Let's go hang gliding, extreme hang gliding, yeah.
Extreme golf,
yeah.
And it was mentioned.
Extreme crocheting.
Blood on her face, on.
This guy looks like my old shop teacher right here. This guy looks like him, minus the big titties, but
there were people around her trying to help her.
That would have made
Daddy, I'm
the
okay.
victim statements
I'm
if
okay.
someone just came in
And I didn't know what to. And he looked at me, and I just at that point I didn't
The
understand.
big fucking sweater cows, fucking just. Ugh.
He's over there, and I look around, and there's my youngest daughter over by the side of the curb, motionless. Her limbs weren't moving, but yet her body was shaking uncontrollably. So I went over there to help.
I get the sentiment, but that's not
And
motionless.
from
I just
my
need to.
Daughter Alice, I learned that my son,
Grounds.
first time handing out candy was in the parade. I did not
Relevancy.
know that.
Yeah. Did you file a complaint in this matter?
Or
That's
that
not lawful law.
Charlotte, my oldest, was there, and she was injured. You did this. They weren't the only ones. The children. This is a Christmas parade.
He's thinking, why are they putting me through this?
Happiness,
Exactly.
getting ready
I
for
was
the
the
holiday
victim,
season.
though.
Oh my God.
I'm sitting in the other room.
Just more
Watch
white people putting the black man down.
Right.
Ah,
Exactly.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Statements.
Yeah.
The hurt that people have in their souls.
Oh.
And you're
Oop.
rolling your
Oop.
eyes at them
Yep.
and making facial expressions.
This.
If I look around this room, no one else is wearing a mask. What are you hiding from? You're wearing a mask.
That right there.
I don't see anybody else.
Yep. Solid.
Forgiveness.
Hey, he's a pussy.
I
Yeah.
do forgive you.
He's
I
either
do
a
forgive
pussy
you
or
because
he's
I
hiding.
have not
Mhm.
heard
Either one.
these three
Yep.
words from you through this entire trial.
And thus it is decreed anyone who wears a mask is Darrell
Not
Brooks.
once have I ever
Yeah,
heard
yeah, exactly.
But I think it would be
If you wear a mask, you're Darrell Brooks. You run over people and kill them.
abusive
Yeah, exactly.
witnesses. And I think that's what you have. You're an abuser. And then when people
Putting it mildly.
say him, now you're the victim.
Yep.
Yep. Oh, woe is me. Fuck you.
And you say you're a God-fearing man. But I feel those scriptures are hollow and empty to you now. Just like God has left you. You can pat your chest and have that book open, but I don't believe those words and those scriptures mean anything to you anymore.
I like how he's talking without notes.
My children are
Yeah.
human.
You
That-
know? Just
There were a
speaking from the
couple
heart.
that were very.
There is no verses between me
Yeah.
and my children.
I think I would like,
the people that
even if I wasn't a good public speaker, I think my hate and my passion about this
all in this
would
together.
make me a good speaker suddenly, and I'd have just
People that
plenty
live
of
in shock.
words coming out, I mean, to explain it, because you're really speaking from the heart and
Oh, yeah, exactly.
out of hatred.
You
And
can
it's a
truly
year
understand that,
of.
or maybe you don't care.
Yeah, it's he doesn't care. Wait, was there anything else better on this?
For the sentencing, as other people have said, I feel the maximum is appropriate in this situation.
Oh yeah.
The terror, the horror, the pain, the fear that you've caused to so many individuals. And everyone has their own unique path.
He's like, that's a good rap album
Yeah.
title. The pain, the
Terror.
fear,
Hope
the tear.
that you
The
will
tear.
get sentenced to what you deserve.
Oh, there's gonna be a tear on Darrell Brooks here repeatedly.
Rip.
Rip. It was just starting to heal up. Ah!
Yeah. Wait, it's gonna be more like.
You're right.
Yeah, exactly. Like, ooh, God damn.
Oh God.
Okay,
Oh,
so there's this one. I got just a couple more, and then
Hmm.
we'll see the sentencing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Feel good episode here.
Oh
Feel good
yeah,
episode.
exactly. Yeah, and there were, like I said, there were a couple that I could not fucking contain myself. There, one of them was the husband of one of the dancing grannies that died, and he broke down. He was a fucking 70-year-old man
Yeah.
breaking down, and that he looked like he was like a very not callous, but you know what I mean, like a very strong dude.
Right. Yeah.
And
yeah.
like him breaking down, I'm like, fuck, dude. Like,
Yeah.
God damn it.
Like a gritty, gritty, chiseled, like man's man kind of dude.
Yeah, like that. His voice starts breaking up, and you're like, God
Oh, yeah.
damn it! Here, it's gonna fucking start
Yeah.
for me now. God
Right.
damn it!
Exactly. If you cry, I'm gonna cry.
God. So, all right, let me see.
Our family has an empty space where one of our members belonged.
This was hard to get through too.
An irreplaceable person was taken away from us abruptly. A member of our family unexpectedly gone.
Is this a little boy?
The rest of us left with a broken heart.
I think it's
shattered
mom.
by the murder
Mom, okay.
of an incredible person. Left with an empty space that only she could fill.
Oh, okay.
You can go to the next one, please.
They're showing some slides and some.
At this time, I would like to address my mother's murderer.
Ooh,
Whatever your name is, I don't care.
Yeah, I love her. I
Roadkill.
fucking love her.
The only reason you hit the brakes that day was to get her off the hood of your car. You targeted her with your vehicle and you hit her on purpose. You don't deserve to be here. You do not deserve forgiveness. You somehow still get to talk to your mom, but mine is gone forever because you killed her. It's astonishing to me that any person could have absolutely zero regard for their fellow human being. Since you call yourself a man of God, then you know that the only punishment you are deserving of is death 6 times over.
Damn.
And I can't wait for the day that I hear you're dead in prison.
Oh,
yeah. Fuck yeah.
Dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Okay. So he's fucking sitting here doing
Right, yeah.
this shit.
Yep.
Fucking piece of shit. Yeah. No, I saved the best ones for the end. Just like
yeah.
Yes. It gets the vindication is great in this one. Okay. So let me see. Okay, no, we'll do this one. Okay, cool. This one's a little bit longer, but it's 3 of the dudes that talked, and they were all fucking awesome. Like every single one of them, I was like, "Fuck yeah, dude!" Fucking
yeah.
And the first dude says it with he says it without notes. He just comes up, and he's the son of one of the deceased.
Okay. Talks from the heart, huh?
Yeah, you know he fucking said it to himself like 40 times in the fucking mirror. Like
on November 21st, you killed my mother. In this courtroom, I watched you run her down and her broken body slide across the concrete. This woman loved and she was loved. You ran her down like she was nothing. And since that day, you have shown no remorse. You'd offered no explanation for your atrocities. It offends me that you're sitting here breathing while she is not. You are a monster. You deserve contempt and death. Sadly, with no death penalty in this state, I can only hope they lock you away someplace so deep the rats chew on your fingers.
Tolerant in Wisconsin.
As for me, this will never be over until the day I'm pissing on your grave.
Yeah!
God hates you.
Damn, dude. It's Shawn.
Yeah. No fucking.
Exactly.
I love it, man.
Yeah. And I think this is his brother right now. About to come up.
So I'm pissing on your grave.
Oh my God. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that one right there made me like almost tear up from like pure like
oh yeah, like kind of rage.
Yeah.
Kind of a rage-gasm.
Yeah,
this is all
exactly.
going to be wrapped up, before
My
the
eyes were
first anniversary, and that means a lot. So I thank you for that. And if I could thank everybody at the prosecution table, our real-life Avengers. I mean, you guys did everything you could for us, and I'm forever grateful. Thank you. And I couldn't not thank Jen Dunn and her staff. I mean, she took all of us, supported us.
When he started, I was like, okay, this is going to be easy. And then it gets,
I don't think I could have gotten through
gets
this
good.
trial.
Yeah.
And Mr. Brooks, I hope as I read my statement, you continue to roll your eyes. I hope you continue to laugh and just show how bored and unmoved you are by all of this, because I think that's important. It's important for the world to see that evil can be a tangible, living, breathing thing.
Damn.
I think it's important for the world to see what human rot looks like.
Poetic, man.
And to all the survivors, every time he puts his hand on that empty cavity where his heart should be, I hope you all smile. And I hope, in fact, that today is our day. Today is for us. Today is so we can take our handful of dirt, throw it on his grave, and move on. Because that's what we all need, and that's what we deserve. My name is Chris Owen, and I am the plaintiff. I'm here on behalf of another plaintiff, my mother.
Okay, do you realize in the case he kept asking each witness that came up to the stand, are you a plaintiff in this matter?
Okay.
So because basically he was saying, you know, because he's thinking it's a civil, like, or he's trying to act like it's a civil case, like there's a plaintiff and a defendant, right?
Right.
But no, there's the prosecution and the defense, like that.
Right.
It's
Right.
fucking
He's
criminal
hoping
case.
it's a civil, so there's no like jail time. It's just like some kind of fine or something.
Sovereign citizen piece of shit. That
Right.
you know, and so that, like, there were a couple people that were like, I'm a plaintiff, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm. Yep, exactly. Yeah. Deal with that shit, bitch.
Leanna Joy Owen. Lee Owen was a mother, a grandmother, a best friend, an apartment manager, and a dancing granny. The reason none of the witnesses saw
apartment
her in
manager,
this
I got something
courtroom
against that.
is because she was executed by a child-killing sex offender.
Ooh.
And we are both injured parties. My whole family is an injured party. To my kids, Lee Owen was nanny. And nanny spoiled her grandkids every chance she got. On every birthday, she would call and sing happy birthday to
This
their
guy right
voicemail
here
so they could hear
is
it
the guy
first
who
thing
broke
in the
down that
morning.
I told you about.
Oh, okay.
You can see, like, he looks like a drill instructor. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. All militants and yeah.
Use her car to learn how to drive so she could teach her like she taught me. And all of that has been ripped away. But the defendant's conscience is clear.
Yeah, because
To
he
my
kept fucking
dad,
saying that
Lee
shit.
Owen was a
Yeah.
love of life.
What
They
was
met-
using his own words against him?
Yeah.
That's fucking it's
I
genius.
love it.
They
Yeah.
saved each other's lives.
That hits hard. Yeah.
She was still his best friend. They spent a lot of time together, and she was the only one who could get him out of the house. Now my dad has nightmares of her body flying through the air and shattering against concrete.
Oh, God damn.
But Mr. Brooks' conscience is clear. To my brother and I, Lee Owen was our mother. A mother who, even when she was struggling, was always there for us. She was supportive of us. She always told us how proud she was of us. Growing up, all my friends and my brother's friends knew they were welcomed at our house. When they were in trouble, having problems at home, or just had to get away, she always let them stay as long as they needed to. And for years, every time I came home from the Marine Corps, she got all those same friends together.
He's a
so I
Marine.
could see them.
Marine. Yeah. I could kind of tell. Yeah.
Yeah,
He had that Marine aura about him.
Time. She made the best eggnog I ever had. And she made my grandma's mac and cheese whenever we were
Killed
together.
the eggnog.
She recently renewed her passport so
Now
she
he
could.
definitely deserves to go to hell.
Yeah, exactly.
She also couldn't wait to visit Machu Picchu with my brother. It was her dream trip.
Did she make it?
Of all the places in the world, that was the one place she had to visit before she died. And now the best we can do is lay her ashes there. But Darrell is clear.
Oh,
I believe him.
Motherfucker.
In the courtroom. I believe that is the one truth he told.
That his
And how
conscience is
else
clear.
Could he
Yeah.
make a witness look at each of his battered friends that he ran over and ask, how do you know who this is? Throughout her life, Lee Owen was a hardworking woman. That's why when she found herself on hard times, she was able to overcome them. Even though it took years, she dug herself out of a deep financial hole so she could live the life she wanted, the life she deserved. And she was in the middle of doing just that on the evening of November 21st, 2021. And I know this is corny and cliche to say, but Lee Owen wasn't 71 years old. She was 71 years young.
Oh, fuck.
She was one of the most active people I knew. She just didn't have it in her to sit still. She always had to be moving or doing something, and this often involved people. She was very social and loved being around those she cared about, and people loved her back. She had a knack for making you feel good about yourself without even trying, because she always found the good in people. Even when it was to her detriment, it never dissuaded her from helping people any way she could, without judgment, without demand for repayment or feeling she was owed anything. She did it because she knew it was the right thing to do, and it made her feel good. She accepted people for who they were and made people feel good about themselves. That is what the world lost, and you have the audacity to tell this court that your conscience is clear.
Ooh,
fuck
I'm sorry, Mr. Brooks. There's not a human with a soul on this planet who could snuff that light out, who could steal Lee Owen from this world and have a clear conscience.
God damn, dude.
And that is why you
Scorch fucking earth.
Yeah.
That is why you hear the term demon.
Oof.
No, I saw you that day.
This.
It was just after you ran over the Catholics. I saw you hanging out of the window, looking back with a smile of satisfaction on your face.
What's up, Shawn?
Laughing at an inside joke that at the
Shawn.
time, the
What's
punchline.
going on?
I didn't get it when my mom didn't respond to my texts.
Fuck, man.
I didn't get it when she didn't answer my phone calls. I didn't get it the first couple hours my brother spent looking for her.
Jesus.
I didn't get it until my wife sent me a video of you running over children in the parade. Fuck. That's when I got the punchline. And it hit me like your red SUV, Mr. Brooks.
Damn!
Your shit heap fucking red SUV.
I had an evil in your face that day, and it disgusts me that you are allowed to exist. And I know the answer to the question that everyone keeps asking. I know why you did this. You did this simply because you were not in a cage. That is what I find mind-boggling.
Fuck yeah.
Yep. Say the system failed him. The system failed everyone.
Right on, Shawn.
Only mistake was to bring their families in the vicinity of Mr. Brooks.
Yeah.
That poor excuse for a man should not have been on the streets. That is the failure, period.
Yep.
But enough about him, because today is not about him. It's about us and what we lost. I lost my mom, Lee Owen.
Yes, he did.
Always a good son.
Savage.
Be selfish sometimes.
Yeah, and you see,
I could be mean.
It's fucking
rolling her eyes. Oh yeah.
Or standoffish. I got. She would bend over
Sounds
back.
hardcore, but some prisoner gouges those motherfuckers right out of his eye sockets.
And now I can never tell her I'm sorry.
Fuck.
God damn,
I can never tell her I should have been more grateful. I can never tell her how much I need her in my life. Yeah, shake your head. Shake your head. You know, because that is what you took from me. And there's nothing this court can do that would provide justice.
I love how he responds to him like he's reacting right off of what he's doing right now.
And you rot slow.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
There's nothing this court can do that'll bring justice the way I want justice. So I hope you rot slow.
I want to see those sunglasses come down like on his eyes, you know, like in the meme.
Yeah. like, I'll be waiting for you in the parking lot.
By the bike racks.
You know, with a shirt that says guns don't kill people, I kill people.
Yeah, right, yeah. Like, due to the cost of ammo, there will not be any warning shot. We apologize.
Throwing fists. Oh yeah, no, there's no way that.
My name is Michael Carlson, and I'm appearing here today both as an individual and a brother to one of the victims of November 21st.
This guy has to be a high school guidance counselor.
Joining
Yeah.
against Mr. Brooks,
or a teacher, or like some sort of PE teacher or something.
He has brought not only to Waukesha, but to my family. And I'm also appearing as a posthumous spokesman for the victim, my sister Tamara Durand, who can't appear here today on her own behalf because Mr. Brooks killed her.
Ugh, so poignant, you know what I mean?
Personal aspect,
the right.
I should as easily forget about Mr. Brooks as he has seemingly forgotten about himself. Every day since November 21st has been framed by what he did in my own life and our family's life.
That's a picture of self-control here, man.
The reality I wake to. It is the reality I head to work to. It is the reality I confront as I try to fall asleep. It's the reality I confront as I go about the things I do during the day, my attempts to work, attempts to manage a household and be present for my children, and maintaining any sort of notion of normalcy in our life. But all these actions are simply a pantomime, Mr. Brooks, to forget that my sister was so stupidly and so needlessly killed by you. Perhaps you can forget what you did, but I can't.
Just the example of these three dudes is the different levels of how you can get across the point of anger,
right,
and greed. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like a Whitman sampler of like different ways to compose yourself in such a traumatic, like god fucking awful situation here. I mean, I like the Marine, you know, but then I gotta have appreciation for, you know, high school guidance counselor here. I mean, you know, he's, you know, but I'd be lying if I didn't say like just the gung ho, like in your face, like, you know, you roll your eyes, you run, you know, that's what gets me fist bumping the most. So
yeah, dude, that first guy who read it just straight from the heart. And
he's like there's the chest pad right there. Yep. You fucking do that, motherfucker. You're gonna rot in prison. Yeah.
I just love how he said, what was the line he said? He said, "I hope that you're put in such a dark place that the rats eat your fingers at night."
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. I was like, I gotta watch that again.
Love it.
21 looms.
I don't think this guy is going to say that. This guy.
No.
As we know what does in the life of
Basically what he did is he wrote a poem as talking as Tammy Durant, his sister.
Okay.
And like wrote it talking to Darrell Brooks.
Oh
Basically,
man,
like,
I want to hear that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I appear today also as a plaintiff. Mr. Brooks, you asked the court to identify a plaintiff many times during the course of the trial. Here I am.
What's up, bitch?
I'm one of many.
What you gonna do?
The people have brought this case and these judgments against you, Mr. Brooks.
Yep.
They reflect our values as a people and are enacted through laws passed by our legislatures, enforced by our law enforcement, and administered through our courts. We, the people, find you guilty. A lifetime is a long time to think and to spout nonsense. And Mr. Brooks, I want you to take no comfort in your future here in this comic book cartoon world that you've created for yourself, involving the flags and barcodes and birth certificates. This is all nonsense, the stuff of teenage boys on the internet. That's not why you're here today. That's not why we're here today. We're here today. You are here today because you got in a car and
that makes an impact. Yeah.
Ran over children,
yeah. You
elderly,
puny little teenage boy, bitch.
You balls dropped yet?
You have any peach fuzz on those raspberries yet?
Yeah.
As you live there in the court, as you live there in the prison, convincing yourself that you're the victim of something, of some crazy internet conspiracy. You're not, Mr. Brooks. You're guilty only of your own actions on that day, actions that you had an infinite number of times to stop. Any number of times you could have just hit those brakes, turned the other direction.
He's definitely the dad that you don't want to be mad, that you'd rather be mad at you than disappointed.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Durand, my sister.
Yeah, when he says like those,
I'm disappointed.
Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. Oh,
because
gut punch like a
Mr. Brooks on November 20th.
Steel-toed boot kick to the balls. Yeah.
Be here to speak. I will speak for her.
Yeah, here it is.
Darrell Brooks, you took my life. I wish you hadn't. I had people to live for, people who needed me. My parents who are aging, my children who need their mother to help them make sense of their worlds, to cheer them on, to help them into their adulthood, to become friends with them. I have my grandson who relies on me, his grandmother, as much as I relied upon my own grandmother as I was growing up. I had people who needed me to cheer them on, to have me bring goodwill to the hospital bed where they were or their families in the waiting room.
Fucking piece of shit. Looking at the goddamn clock.
Prayers to them in their moments of pain.
Like,
you should be appreciating the time he's got in his courtroom.
For me and families that need my early morning phone calls.
In the ass prison.
Yep.
I had places I wanted to see and things I needed to do.
Not going to be here anymore.
The only saving grace is I didn't know what hit me.
I'm going to jump to a conclusion and say that Darrell Brooks is going to be a fucking penis pincushion.
Someone go spit in his ass.
Yeah.
After you hit me in that car,
his prison pocket going to be
dancing.
Oh yeah, no Vaseline, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know you, Mr. Brooks. If the picture were reversed, if you were the stranger in the street in pain, needing care or comfort, know that I would have helped you. I ran towards pain and I ran into danger in my life. All you had to do was ask, and you might have danced along with us. It was a parade, after all.
Okay, real quick. When I first watched this, I was like, but you weren't in the parade. Well, hold on. I didn't hear the part where he said, I'm speaking as my sister.
Right.
And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, so it confused the fuck out of me. I watched it again. I was like, oh. So
yeah. This is not one you want to just catch right in the middle of it, right? Yeah. It's a very important detail that you have to hit. Like, This is her speaking from beyond the grave as he's writing it, right? Yep.
Yeah, you have to read the prologue before.
Right. Read the fine print.
Yeah.
We both died in vain on November 21st, Mr. Brooks. I died to life, and you now die to the world.
Ooh,
we leave lives behind, family behind, children behind us. We both leave dreams, we leave choices, we leave successes, we leave failures behind us. I died to mine in an instant. You died to
He's
your.
just so well composed, man. If I was writing that, the only thing I would write is "fuck you, fuck 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 you,"
what you've done.
and in finishing, "fuck you."
Yeah, I would have gone up. Darrell Brooks, Darrell Brooks, Darrell Brooks, Darrell Brooks. You hear your name enough? That's you. That's you, motherfucker. And what I thought was interesting is on this day, because this was from yesterday, and on today. He said, because when they say who's representing each party, you know, yada yada, when they opened up the, you know, the beginning of the morning, beginning of the day, he said, my name is Darrell E. Brooks Jr. And I'm like, but that's not your name though. It's weird. The amount of act and distraction and fucking confusion circus he's been trying to play, dude.
Oh, sure, right. The only thing that comforted me when he was doing all that is I still had that little belief in our justice system that they were just allowing him to do all that shit just so that ultimately he could still get punished. You know, like justice was still going to be right around the corner, and the judge and the prosecutors, like just have your little fun.
Yeah,
you know, play your little young teenage boy games like that guy just said. But in the end, you're going to get pounded every 3 fucking minutes.
Yeah,
by,
exactly.
You know, another prisoner every fucking 3 minutes. Yeah.
It's like, it's one of those things like, again, and dude, okay, there was one that I didn't clip out, had the most glorious mullet I've ever seen in my fucking life. And
the glory and the majesty,
dude, it like, I was watching Ricada and he said, you know, that kid, because I think he was like 16 or something like that. He was like, you know, that kid has been growing that fucking mullet out, and everyone was like, you should cut that. He's like, nah, man, I ain't gonna fucking cut that shit. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, it was a mullet, and the back was this long, dude.
That long? Oh shit!
It's good. I might have to just pull him up on screen once we're done with these videos, just so you can see.
Kind of like a Dog the Bounty Hunter, so to speak. So
yeah.
Right,
and about the size of Dog's wife. All right.
For your own,
I mean, maybe not now.
Right.
At least you might do for
I think
all
she got a little
that you
skinnier
left behind us, who can never forget. Mr. Brooks, I'd also like to acknowledge that over these last couple months, I've sent you a couple letters in prison urging you to stand up, to be a man, to grow up, to accept accountability.
Yeah, I don't see him doing that anytime soon.
I also use those letters to share with you the love of the God that I believe in and that I know my sister Tamara believes in. I use those letters to share with you, especially the story of the final act of Christ on the cross, where he is hanging between 2 murderers, and he turns to the one and he gives them forgiveness. I urge you to remember, Mr. Brooks,
he asked for forgiveness
on that day. One who mocked the
whole your fucking heart pat bullshit.
Accountability for who he was.
Yep.
Your Honor, I urge you to provide Mr. Brooks a lifetime in prison to please contemplate that story and to remember his name and to contemplate which side of Christ he wishes to hang on.
That's not my name.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He's like, oh, I just want to talk now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So that I have one more. And this, that's not what I'm trying to pull up. Damn it.
Your Honor, let the record show that I am still the victim. All right. I am still the victim.
He went on for 2 hours basically with that bullshit. Yeah, like I was watching it and I fucking almost fell asleep because I'm like, it's a fucking broken record. And what's funny is the judge literally said, okay, you've been talking for 2 hours and repeating the same concepts and the same subjects. Like, we're done.
Yeah,
like,
right. Let the record show that Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton told me and all my relatives that we're the victims. No matter what we do, we're the victims, you know.
Yeah, exactly. No accountability, which is great because a lot of people that were coming up, because I think there were like 30 fucking victim statements, dude. It was a while and it was a lot. And and most of them were like, we just can't believe that you have no accountability, and how can you sit there and use that Bible as a prop,
right?
And say that you're a godly man, but it says in the Bible that you must repent your sins and be accountable for your sins.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Some people just get that way. They get to that point where like they don't see other human beings as human beings. They're just like, they're just, meat puppets, and they have so much hate in their heart, for people, and maybe it comes down to skin color. Maybe it's just they hate people regardless of skin color. I don't know. He might just hate everybody that's not named Darrell Brooks.
Yeah.
And so when you get to that point in your life, it's just like, to him, hitting all those people, killing all those people in that parade is probably like just a game of Grand Theft Auto to him.
I mean, it's just sad that we have people like that in our fucking community, in our culture.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And it isn't just about violent video games. It's not what does. There's something deeper. There's something like a lack of, like, something with their upbringing, right? Like, very rarely do you see people like Darrell Brooks, where they have both parents in the house. I mean, there's outliers and whatnot, I'm sure out there, but most of the time it's like it's single parents, or there's no parent. It's enabling grandparents that think their baby does nothing wrong, and next thing 15 years later, or whatever, their baby's basically you're just running people over in a fucking parade. I mean,
how could you say that?
I like Tony Soprano to pay a visit to this motherfucker, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at me. I'm Hitler.
You need to watch it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we haven't had too many drops tonight, so yeah, trying to catch up.
Get it all out now, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
This is Darrell Brooks.
I'm a dumbass.
All right, this is the last one. This was the last victim statement of it was like the perfect fucking ending, dude. Like, great.
Wait, are they facing Darrell Brooks? Are they face to face, or are they looking at Darrell Brooks' back?
So basically, what it is like, so if here's the judge, and here's the prosecution, and here's the defense.
Okay.
They're like behind the prosecution in the gallery, looking at the judge.
Okay.
So like Darrell Brooks, in order for him to see it, he would have to look over his left shoulder.
Oh, okay. So they are looking at his back.
Yeah, exactly. Which
that's I don't want that. I'd say force him to look them.
Yeah, exactly.
In the eye. Yeah. So
there is one thing that they could have done through this whole trial, and they definitely can do it during sentencing because there's no jury. It doesn't prejudice the jury again, either way or whatever, but they can bound and gag him.
Okay.
So, I mean, he'll, within the next couple of years, he'll probably enjoy that after his experience.
He'll insist on it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So, but they can bound and gag him. So he has to fucking sit up and can't talk and can't get, anything out.
Yeah.
And when I was watching Arcada, he was like, dude, I'll buy the fucking ball gag. I'll put a Arcada Law fucking logo on the fucking front.
Oh, yeah. Another reason I would like that to happen is because it would really even more piss off his supporters. Because if you watch like that I don't see the movie The Trial of the Chicago 7, I can't remember what the name of the characters are. It wasn't a character, it was a real life figure. But they bound and gagged him in court because he just wouldn't shut the fuck up, right?
Yep.
And so everyone was, oh my god, this is inhuman. Like, well, if you would just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. Like he has, like, you're getting past the basic point of he has the decision to be a fucking cunt.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if he wasn't that way.
Exactly. Yeah. You talked yourself into that binding and gagging. You talked yourself like it's on you. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's one of those things where it's like, okay, so if he wasn't such a fucking piece of garbage and, and interrupted and doing all these things, obviously just during the trial, he was a piece of garbage to get himself in the trial because he fucking murdered people and injured like 65 other people. Sure. So, and this is something that I fucking found out while they were doing all the witness statements. I didn't realize that one of the kids, the little girls that was injured, she was injured because she was hit because she was hit by another girl that got hit by Darrell Brooks and hit into her.
Oh God!
Like the one girl got hit by the car and hit this other girl, and
it got propelled into the other girl.
Yeah, and she said that they went to the chiropractor afterwards, and the chiropractor was like, "I've never seen anyone's back this messed up."
Damn.
From being hit by a body, dude.
Right. Exactly. Like, just the jagged edges of like flesh and bone.
Yeah.
From another body hitting you and whatnot. Like, yeah, just the trauma, and just the sheer shock to the body. And yeah, it's like, wow.
Yeah, dude, I heard that. I'm like, dude, from that alone, you know what I mean? Like that's, but yeah, so it's just like, but anyway, so like what I was kind of getting to before that fucking squirrel moment, like,
squirrel.
Yeah, exactly. But no, like if he, just getting past the fact of what he did to get himself in this trial, if during this trial, even though, being a dumbass and fucking representing himself and doing all that, if he was in this trial and he didn't interject, he didn't fucking interrupt, he wasn't a rude piece of shit that he has been, he would have he would have at least some sort of case for appeal to at least try it. Now with all this, done.
Yeah.
There's no way anyone is going to go anywhere near this fucking case.
Sure. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. That's the only thing that gave me any kind of comfort, slight comfort as I was watching this, is that he's digging his own grave. He is just
gonna piss on it.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. Lance Corporal badass is gonna piss on it.
Exactly. And, I mean, Johnny Cochran's dead, so I mean, there's no, no one really to represent him that's gonna take this fucking dog shit of a case.
If the SUV don't belong to me, you must set me free.
Yeah. That's good. I was like, where's he going with it? This is gonna be good.
Wait, let me get it right. If the SUV don't belong to me, you must set me free. That's it with feeling.
And then OJ says just, but I did it though. Did you see that one again, another squirrel moment, but did you see that one interviewer or like, journalist or whatever back in the day when after OJ Simpson was acquitted or whatever, and she said that she was going to do an interview with him, and like he showed up to the room that they were in or whatever, and she was like, I guess he thought this was a joke, but this is how like he came to the room, and he knocked on the door and she opened the door and he literally went
holy fuck.
Yeah, dude, and like he was smiling while he did it like it was a joke. I'm like, motherfucker,
wow,
like
damn,
like it's the same
right
type of attitude as this fucking guy.
Pure 100% grade A USDA prime choice fucking sociopath, man.
Yeah,
it's
like, good God.
Damn.
And he wrote that book saying, if I did it,
yeah, just daring everyone, like, if I did it, like, because he wants to tell people so bad that he did it.
Dude, on we're gonna get some deathbed, fucking, what is it, confessions.
Like confession, yeah, right.
I can't fucking think of the word. All right, let's get through this while she's chugging vodka. Obviously, he's like, I can't fucking do this.
Just wait till you see what happens to you.
Okay. So she forgot.
I left my pictures in the hallway.
Yeah, so she left her pictures in the hallway. I'm gonna fast forward to just a little bit.
Yeah, she deserves the time to go get her pictures. Yeah. This is her moment.
She was late, I guess, to the courthouse.
Just two.
I just love how he has to sit there and wait and listen to all this.
And he's fucking shackled now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's fucking shackled here and his leg.
You know what they should do is they flip him around and do the fucking Malcolm McDowell, A Clockwork Orange shit, where they fucking like pin his fucking eyelids open. Do that shit, man.
Hallway.
Fuck this guy.
This is our daughter Olivia. She is the baby of our family. That photo was taken on November 21st, 2021.
This made me want to jump through the screen.
At that time, she was an innocent 8-year-old who was excited to get to perform in the parade with her best friend and her teammates, and it was something she looked forward to every year. My mother-in-law and myself and I also join her every year and hand out candy, and it's something that's become, I guess, a tradition that was taken away from us by Darrell Brooks because of his selfless, just ability to have. Please don't do that. It's so disrespectful. I've watched all day on TV.
Doing this.
And I've watched you mock all of the victims all day. You roll your eyes and you make faces. If this was your 8-year-old daughter that someone else hit, you would have been beside yourself if someone made those faces. And you want people to have forgiveness for you and your child? You're insane. I hope that the judge puts the most amount of years on your sentence, and I hope that you live in hell for the rest of your life for what you have done to all of these victims. Do you realize after you hit me and my mother-in-law, I spent 5 minutes walking around looking for my daughter on the ground. I was looking for her through little girls that were keeled up in little fetal positions because you had ran them over. You hit them with 3,300 pounds and you don't care. Right before you hit me, I turned around and I looked at you. I didn't see your car. I saw the look in your eye. You knew exactly what you were doing. You knew exactly what you wanted to do. And that was because you are a narcissistic piece of shit.
Damn, yeah.
With everything.
Only one that
cussed. You are not going to ever get away with anything ever again.
That's surprising.
You did what you wanted to do, which was instill fear and horror in all of these children that are involved. You're a child killer. A woman killer.
I mean, killed the dude.
I cannot wait until somebody inflicts that harm on you.
Oh, let that one.
Yeah, exactly. Slipped her mind.
I'm done.
She's all, I'm done. I can't. I'm gonna say more shit. But she does.
That's Olivia. And the next one is my daughter in the hospital room.
Writing down. She called me a shithead. Called me a piece of shit.
5 days where she didn't move.
Oof.
My daughter who was in the ICU for 5 days. And in children's for an additional 9 more in the critical care unit because of her brain injuries that you caused to her.
God damn.
That she still deals with daily. I was late because I couldn't leave her because she didn't want me to leave because of her separation anxiety that you caused.
Fuck, man. That's the victim's representative.
You should not be allowed to be a father to your children. I'm so glad that you are being kept from them.
Damn.
The shit you would teach them would make them as evil and miserable as a person that you are.
Yeah. Thank God for his kids not having to deal with that piece of fucking shit for a dad.
Yeah.
They might actually have a chance in this life.
Yep.
Her daughter.
Yeah. So that was, I mean, that was a good ending. Like, that was a good last statement. They're like, all right, let's get this last one in.
Savage and epic right there. So yeah, I'm glad they had their say.
Yeah, you could tell also that she had something written down, and then he started doing this shit.
Exactly. Yeah.
And she was like, nope, fucking.
Yeah, if she went off script, fucking yeah.
Mad
respect.
Yeah. There you go. Exactly. All right, so let's see. I just want you to see the mullet.
Please.
It's too goddamn good.
Don't deprive me of the mullet.
Oh, it's fucking so great. I don't even think I don't even know if I want to like show what he like all of what he said or whatever. But just the mullet.
Yeah.
It's fucking so great. All right, let me see.
Discover the Mazda.
Shut up, Mazda. Discover the Mazda.
His name is Mazda?
Yeah. So
Mazda mullet.
let me see. Of course, we get another fucking ad. Why do all the ads have like some sort of like?
Don't blame me for that shit.
Little gay guy or a little, you know.
Okay, maybe that was for me, but
yeah, you're like I do that for fun.
Fuck, they're on to me.
All right, let me see. Oh yeah, dude.
That's one thing that I'm disappointed about because me living in Texas. I am disappointed by the lack of mullets that I see because I thought that I would see just nonstop, 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, mullet. You know, like, you know, but
that's more like Arkansas.
Yeah, exactly. I guess me, I was so naive, you know, moving down here from Iowa, you know, because I thought Texas was going to be like you just crawling with armadillos and mullets. What's that?
We'll probably have more in Iowa, to be honest.
Probably, yeah, yeah, that's true. Well, actually, yeah, that's been proven.
yeah, exactly. Okay, so let me see.
Mullet. There we go. Dude, look at that.
And what's great is, so that's his mom, and his mom is talking, and the whole time he's just staring Brooks down.
Oh, yeah.
Just like waiting.
Yeah, I'll beat you to death with my mullet.
Yeah, dude, I'm gonna fucking whip your ass. Oops, that's a little...
I'm gonna beat your ass to death, and my mullet will be flapping in the wind in a glorious fashion.
Yeah. Okay, so now...
What's this fucking doing now?
Well, yeah, this is from today. This is the sentencing. So this is something that I haven't watched yet. So let's...
I believe he's intelligent, deliberate, and purposeful in what he does.
Intelligent?
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Really?
I've considered that you have treatment.
She's so nice.
Perhaps there are intersecting mental health issues.
We'll entertain you, don't worry.
To your personality disorder.
Are you not entertained?
Issues can best be addressed in a confined setting where the Department of Corrections will be charged statutorily to evaluate you and to provide any medical or mental health treatment
Fuck him.
you need.
If you need any of that shit, fuck you. You ain't getting none of it.
Yeah, shock therapy.
Yep, there you go.
This is a case that falls squarely
Wait,
on the need to protect.
mental health, is that like boring out his asshole? Is that
right?
Is that what you're talking about? Like mental, like through the butthole?
Yeah, I think severe anal therapy is in order for him. So right there, I think that's in my in my professional opinion.
Well, I mean, his head is in his ass.
It's true.
So I mean, it's the quickest way to get in.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's gonna play. His head is gonna be getting hit with another head. You know, so and repeatedly.
Well, actually, like we were talking about earlier, how his ass getting hollowed out and him being the fucking Halo meme. I mean, it's probably the easiest access to get internal. Right?
Yeah, exactly. He's gonna be like, you ever seen a movie Chasing Amy?
Yeah, a while ago. Yeah,
he's gonna be finger cuffs.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I mean, there's less resistance. I mean, longer distance, but less resistance.
Right. Yeah, exactly. As long as you know what you're getting into.
Yeah, exactly. And he'll be like, oh, okay, that's a rhyme. Like, that's...
Oh, yeah.
Anal therapy, new band name. I call it. Yes. That's awesome. We will promote that. We'll call it. And then the fucking the debut EP will be Grounds. Relevant. All right.
The community. I referenced this earlier. There's really three primary reasons for the sentences I will impose here today. One is punishment. One is to protect the community.
And one is butt stuff.
And the other is to provide justice and closure.
To provide horizontal refreshment for the prisoners.
Because under that category of need to protect, the court
Horizontal refreshment, also a great band name.
get to consider the
It takes two to
impact
tango,
of
but it
these
only takes
crimes
one to stuff your
on the
butthole.
You ain't gonna be able to walk straight for a fucking month.
Yeah, exactly.
I went through at length in reviewing all of those victim impact statements. I certainly didn't.
Oh, she did.
Go through every single one, just highlighting.
Some
some-
light Saturday evening reading.
Yeah, exactly.
but doing so with purpose. Because it is very clear to this court
That I am a hottie.
caused carnage, mayhem. It has resulted in many people suffering from PTSD.
That's gonna happen when she reads the sentence. Just so like, I'll be like, what's that? The Chastain on the soccer team.
Oh yeah, Misty. Yeah, Chastain. Yeah.
A lifetime to recover. and for some, perhaps, if at all.
If he does that NW, are you in a motorboat? You're a motorboat motherfucker.
Future memories. We will never have birthdays with the 6 individuals who were killed. There will be no weddings. There will be no graduations. There will be none of the milestones families were looking forward to.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that was a thoughtful response there. Thank you.
Cool.
Innocent 79-year-old. Frankly, Mr. Brooks, no one is safe from you. This community can only be safe.
Here we go.
If you are behind bars.
Yes.
Of your
Is it Christmas already?
Exactly.
The actions
I
of
give
Darrell
thanks.
demand punishment. The community is not safe from your violent and criminal conduct unless you are in custody.
Grounds.
And his rap music, Your Honor.
A path of destruction, chaos, death, injury, confusion, and panic as you drove 7 or so blocks through the Christmas parade.
She said panic.
Never once
I think he's rubbing
stopping
off on her.
or seemingly caring about the wake of carnage that you left.
His art of seduction is working on her.
It's like it's kind of one of those things where it's like it's excruciating to watch this because it's like his stupid vernacular and way of speaking, and then Wisconsin. You know what I mean? So like the whole time it's just like, oh, it's nailed on the fucking chalkboard. Okay, sorry.
Right.
Too much fucking Wisconsin.
Right. Yeah. Just such a contrast of cultures, you know. So yeah.
Exactly. Sorry.
4 of those blocks were turned into a scene that frankly is no different than a war zone.
Yeah,
it's true. At least those are combatants, though, for the most part.
Drag out.
Yeah.
On counts 1 through 6, this court is imposing a life sentence without the possibility or eligibility for extended consecutive.
Ooh,
to one another.
fuck yeah.
One
Yeah.
life sentence for Virginia Sorensen.
Woo, 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 woo.
I think they deserve that.
Yep.
One life sentence for Leanna Owen.
Show his fucking face.
Yep.
One life sentence for Tamara Durand.
Keep your butthole tight.
Yeah, he's in another courtroom too. So
One
he's
life sentence for Jane Kulik.
Yep, good.
One life sentence for Bill Huspel. And one life sentence for Jackson Sparks.
Especially for that kid. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
I've considered the enhancer and the additional 5 years that I could impose, but I don't need to really order that because I've not made him eligible for extended supervision, and it would only be to increase his time on initial confinement.
Good.
But make no mistake, Mr. Brooks, you use that vehicle as a battering ram, no different than, frankly, a firearm.
Yep.
On counts 7 through 67, these are 61 counts of first-degree recklessly endangering safety.
Get comfortable.
These charges alone and these convictions without the enhancer carry a maximum of 12 and a half years. Because of the enhancer, a total of 17 and a half years. And under Wisconsin law, the 5 years is added to the initial term of confinement. So what could be 7 and a half years is a maximum of 12 and a half years. And I'd ask
carry the 5.
Yeah. Round up.
Show any reaction to the sentence so I can get through this. On counts 7 through 67, on each count, I will impose a total sentence of 17 and a half years.
God damn!
Years of initial confinement.
Yeah.
Plus 5 years of extended supervision.
You know, it gives her great pleasure to read this off for all the bullshit that he gave her.
Here.
All the fucking shit she had to fucking take from this motherfucker in her court. How, like the patience she had to show.
Years of initial confinement. And 305 years of extended supervision on top of the life sentences that I've imposed. That is 17 and a half years, sir, for Nicole White. 17 and a half years for Eleanor Andrews. Anders, excuse me. 17 and a half years for Sasha Catalan Castillo.
God damn.
17
Fuck
and a
yes.
half years for Maura Gilchrist.
Yeah, hardcore.
17 and a half years for Justin Gullickson. 17 and a half years
I'm glad
for Harry
she's fucking
Guilfoyle.
reading out all of the names.
17 and a half years for Aiden
Oh, yeah.
Lofgren.
Oh, I'm hard right now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm fully
for
erect.
Theo Massa.
Yep.
I know it's all
17
dudes in here right
and a
now,
half
and that's
years
kind of good.
Tyler
But
Pudman.
there's some ladies
17
there.
and a half years for
I'm just
Connor.
blocking that out.
17
My wife
and a
is
half
home
years
and in the
for
house,
Eric
so it's
Keys.
not as
Right. There you go.
And a
Yeah.
half years for Adelia Maffioli.
The judge's husband is a very lucky man tonight,
and a
though. So,
half
yeah,
years
because
for
she's going to
Cody.
use that lady boner on him.
so
17
much
and a half
justice.
years
Yep.
for Josh
White,
Trainer.
creamy justice.
17 and a half
Is that
years
racist?
for
'Cause he's-
Riley Brown. 17 and a half years.
Sweaty, pulsating justice.
17
Very
and a
girthy
half
justice.
Her husband's going to be like, keep the glasses on, take everything else off.
He's like, I'm only wearing the
17 and a
robe.
half
Yeah.
for Yaritzi Becerra.
My erection is sustained.
17 and a half years for Samantha Coelho.
Relevance.
17 and a half
Pounds.
years for Natalie Winkler. 17 and a half years for Mackenzie
Do
County.
you love black people?
17 and a half years for Mitchell Lampine. 17 and a half years for Kathleen Pielmeyer.
One Pielmeyer. That's an interesting last name.
17 and a half years for Julia Schleichow.
Julia
Pielmeyer sounds like a beer brand.
Olivia
Exactly.
Stover.
Pielmeyer Lager.
17 and a half years for Jennifer
Julia's
Stover.
last name is going to be Gulia.
17 and a half years
Julia Gulia?
for Flores. 17 and a half years for Alice Urell. 17 and a half years for Charlotte Urell. 17 and a half years for Vivian Urell.
Oh, this is the dude with the four
17 and a half
kids.
years for
Said something about the
Brandon
mask?
Urell.
Oh, okay.
17 and a half years for Lola Hospital. 17 and a half years for Tamara Rosentreter. 17
There's
and
some
a half
interesting
years
Wisconsin
for
names.
Betty Strang.
Yeah. Let it be said. Yeah.
17 and a half years for Maria Alvarez Dominguez.
Didn't expect that one.
17 and a half years for Gregoria
That was all
Romelia.
white people in Wisconsin.
17 and a half years for Elliot Hallmark. 17 and a half years for Benjamin Hallmark.
He has his own channel.
17 and a half years for Patrick Happy. 17 and a half years for Lori Locken. 17 and a half years for
I
Mary
loved her on Full House.
Gutierrez.
She's locking it down for
17 and a
locking.
half years for Adair Lopez.
Locking it down. That's my
17 and
new
a half
album.
years for Juan Marquez.
They have Mexicans
17
too.
and a half years for Marquez.
Well, yeah, but they probably came from
17
down,
and a half
down here.
years
Yeah.
for Mitchell. 17 and a half years for Jason Petchloff.
That's a Russian.
17 and a half
Who
years,
else would pick the cheese?
17 and a half years for Yamilet.
Doing the jobs that no one else wants to do. Yeah.
17
They
and a,
took our cheese beating jabs. They took our jabs.
17 and a half years for Ashley Perales Alvarez. 17 and a half years for Jose Perales Alvarez. 17 and a half years for
Not
Maria
a Mexican.
Perez. 17 and a half years for Camila Perez Gonzalez.
Wait a second.
Not a Mexican.
17 and a half years for Isaac Foglia.
Says that
Not
the
another Mexican.
Years
interrupted.
for Deborah.
What?
Yeah,
Got interrupted?
it got interrupted.
Like this? Like the sentencing?
No, the YouTube stream.
Oh fuck! Really?
Yeah.
Oh, did YouTube shut us down or something?
I think it says something about copyright notice. Error, your stream has temporarily been blocked because we detected copyright audio and video.
From what? What?
Yeah, I know. That's fucking dumb.
Did that just happen?
It just happened right now. All right. So let me see real quick. I'm going to let's do part 2. We'll jump out of here. I'll create a new one and we'll jump right back in. Give me
sure.
give me like 2 minutes and I'll send you the link.
You bet.
All right, cool. Later. I'm gonna play the outro just for Rumble.
Gotcha.
We'll do that real quick. I'll get some other shit ready. All right, cool. So sorry guys, we will send out a new link here in just a minute, and so we can get back up on YouTube. We'll do a little part 2 and we'll talk about the Trump stuff. How about that? Cool. All right. At least we got to see the fucking
yeah.
So all right, cool. All right. All right, evidently it says we're back up, which is pretty awesome. I didn't know we don't have to jump out. We don't have to jump out, which is awesome. So hopefully we didn't lose everyone on that. But yeah, so we don't have to jump out. It came back up, which is great. So it got it up again.
You bet, absolutely. So yeah. Hey, the cruise ship's bartender has a drink for me waiting over there, so I better go grab it here. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah, you're good. I'll get the Trump stuff ready.
Priorities.
All righty. Let me just send out the little thing. No, Nick, you did not break it. We got a copyright takedown for a second, but we are good now. Cool. Alrighty. Sorry about that, guys. Thanks for okay, so hopefully we didn't lose everyone. Excuse me. All right, so let's bring up this other business. Well, Movies is getting his refreshments. Alrighty, yeah. So we are good. That was annoying as fuck. All right, so
damn you, YouTube.
Yeah, I know, so dumb.
They're a young, fledgling, struggling starting company.
All right, he's back. We may begin.
3, 2, 1, go.
He sent me a text message that said, "I broke it."
Now you have to buy it.
Yeah, it's your fault, you fucker. All right, so let me go to my history, and because I was watching a little bit of, like I said, I watched a little bit of the Trump stuff.
Can the world's masses see us right now?
Yes, we are on Rumble. We are on YouTube.
Okay.
I always have the going on my phone.
There you go. I'm glad somebody knows what they're doing around this place. Yeah. Well, I will put my pants back on then.
It gives us an extra viewer.
Just
for now. Just for now. Right. Gotta get those numbers up.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So
hacking the system.
Yeah, exactly. Got to game the system a little bit.
Yep, exactly. Grounds.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still going to be saying that in like 2 years, and people are not going to know what the fuck I'm talking about. Well, they probably don't know what the fuck I'm talking about now, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, there is. Okay. I do want to see if I can find that Grounds coffee mug because on Ricada's channel, someone said, "Oh, I'm making this coffee mug." Let me see. No, okay. If I can't find it in like 2 seconds, then I'm gonna
turn his asshole into coffee grounds. What's going to happen to him?
God, dude,
Pound you in the ass prison.
Go to federal. Pound me in the ass prison. So bad.
That was interesting.
No, I'm trying to get past because they're playing proud to be.
Oh, right. This is the
I don't wanna
announcement. Let the Lee Greenwood play.
Exactly. All right, cool. So let me see. We'll do this. I'll bring this up. We'll listen to the like I said, we'll listen to the first like 5-10 minutes of this and then listen to the last 5 or 10 minutes. So we missed the crowd work in the middle.
Bigly.
Yeah. All right, let's see if we can get the quality better.
Special announcement at the Mar-a-Lago Club.
This is off Trump's channel too.
You are watching the Trump
On
channel.
behalf of Melania, myself, and our entire family,
just bring Melania.
I want to thank you all
A
for
washed out video. Damn.
special occasion at a very special place.
Thank you for joining me on the surface of the sun.
The heart and soul of this incredible movement and greatest country in the history of the world.
Tan white balance on the camera.
There has never been anything
Yes.
like it.
It's called exposure. Lower it.
Never been anything like it, and perhaps there will never be anything like it again. There's never been anything to compete with what we have all done.
It would have been funny if he would have had this. President Trump make a special announcement, and the announcement was he's reopening Trump University.
Yeah, Trump Casino.
Atlantic City, we're back. Oh, you were expecting me to make some other kind of announcement? What?
Home Alone 2 was the best kids movie. It was the best Christmas movie ever because I was in it. We are going to announce that we're making Home Alone 4.
Right. Yes. Macaulay Culkin, I know him well.
Yeah,
I know him very well.
He's going to be the dad now, and I'm going to be his best friend that pays for his house.
Macaulay Culkin will be playing the bird lady in Central Park.
He's the creepy old man with
creepy old man, yeah. He's gonna be the squirrel guy. He's got squirrels all over him and shit.
Yeah, exactly. And then he's gonna look at it and be like, "Hey, I did the swing across to the tree house."
Yeah. He's gonna like do the cheek thing. Ah! He's gonna like squirrels are flying off him.
Yeah, but on his ass cheeks.
Yeah.
The squirrels flying out of his ass. Okay, cool. So we're bringing Darrell Brooks into the Home Alone.
Right.
My fellow citizens,
Yes.
America's comeback starts right now.
It does. Boom.
I like the blue steel. He's doing it. Blue steel.
3 years ago, when I left office, the United States stood ready for its golden age. Our nation was at the pinnacle of power, prosperity, and prestige.
I like the alliteration.
Towering above all rivals,
Yep.
vanquishing all enemies,
Respect.
and striding into the future, confident and so strong. In 4 short years,
This is the
everybody
strongest.
was doing great. Men,
Strongest, most virile, most muscular.
Americans, Asian Americans, Hispanic Americans, everybody was thriving like never before.
That's Latinx.
Yes, get it right. Come on, Mr. Cisgender, get it right.
Never a time like this. We turned the page on decades
He's
of
not so
globalist
orange.
sellouts and one-sided trade deals.
No,
Lifted billions out
He's
of
more like Mocha.
Together, we built the greatest
He's a
economy
mulatto.
in the history of the world. When the virus hit our shores, I took decisive action and saved lives, and the U.S.
Kind of like a kind of a butterscotch, kind of mixed with
What are
mocha.
the candies that he's got in his pocket?
the fastest economic recovery recorded. How about that? All of the all they had to do.
Fucking joke.
Sit back and watch. Inflation was non-existent. Our southern border was by
American history, Latinx. Yes.
and because the border was so tight, drugs
Mouth on the
into our
curb, eh?
country at the lowest level in many, many years.
These means not welcome.
Importantly,
Did you see his head come apart like a guava?
The United States had finally attained the impossible dream of American energy independence, which
Starring Edward Noriega.
energy
And John Leguizamo.
for the first time.
American
was
Latinx.
reeling
And Gabriel Iglesias
back on
as
its feet.
the
Never
fat
seen that
guy.
before. The United States
I mean,
was
the
outdoing
fluffy
them on
guy.
every single front, and China was paying billions and
Fluffy.
dollars in tax.
Latin Martin.
The farmers know that because they got 28 billion of it. No president had ever sought or received $1 for our country from China until I came along, and we were getting hundreds of billions of dollars. Many people think that because of this, China played a very active role in the 2020 election. Just saying, just saying.
Just putting it out there. Just putting it out there. You decide. Just put it out there.
He's leaving America for China.
It's for you
They
to
were for the
discuss
first
later.
time ever leaving
Did
China.
I say that out loud? Oh, my bad.
The way he says China, I'll never.
Yeah.
Grounds and China.
Businesses were pouring back
It came
because
from
of our
China.
tax and regulatory cuts, the biggest in both categories in history, bigger even than what Ronald Reagan was able to produce, and he produced a lot. China.
Okay, real quick. I'm good for this whole speech if you are. I don't care.
Yeah, it's like what, 64 minutes long or something?
Yeah, I
like
think
that?
it's like, well, I think the whole video is, and there's the the beginning and the end. We cut about 10 or 12 minutes off the front. So I mean, I'm down to discuss and just watch the whole thing and just crack jokes.
Yeah, that's work. That worked.
I
Yep.
didn't
So
want
yeah.
to like put that on you, especially with all the Darrell Brooks shit before.
Yeah. No. I might have to water the daisies here and there, but yeah, there you go.
Yeah, exactly. I think I'm through my coffee. Might need some more. All right. Yeah, because I'm a night owl. I just had my coffee. All right, cool.
Yeah.
All right,
Now,
so here we go.
Russia, Iran, and North Korea.
Yeah,
were
but
in
there's
check.
jokes.
They respected the United States.
He's passing gas.
They respected
Pass.
them. I knew them well.
Gas.
I knew them well.
We're here to entertain you.
This ISIS caliphate,
Serious.
which no president was able to conquer, was decimated by me and our great warriors
I did
in
it.
less than 3 weeks. Al-Baghdadi, its founder, was hunted down and killed.
Oh, he said Baghdadi. I was like, who you calling daddy? Like what?
Yeah. Baghdadi. Yeah.
North Korea had not launched a single long-range missile since my summit with
Sounds like a company that sells backpacks. Baghdadi.
nearly
Yeah.
3 years before we
Baghdadi.com.
It's for all the BDSM gays.
Yeah.
Baghdadi.
Very good thing, actually. Look at what's happening.
Teabag Daddy. Yeah.
My opponents made me out to be a warmonger.
That's what Brooks is gonna call himself.
Yeah.
Person who didn't get into war.
He's been taking a nesty plunge quite a bit. Yes.
Claimed that if he
Butthole!
there would never be a war within weeks.
My butthole, it hurts like a motherfucker.
Never seen before. It will happen immediately.
Someone's
And
gonna be
yet,
telling him.
To relax your anus.
decades without a war, the first president to do it for that long a period.
Fighting it just makes it harder. Yeah. And I mean literal.
News for you. That means you're gay.
World was at peace. America was prospering, and our country was on track for an amazing future.
Why are you taking all the good
Because I
fucking
made
goddamn
big
band names?
promises
Yeah, right.
in
Is
people
that gonna be an
and
indie
unlike other
band?
presidents,
San Francisco, are you ready for Baghdadi?
You wanted the best, and you got the best. The hottest band in the world. Anal. What? What was the
Anal therapy.
Anal therapy.
Had to adjust his balls there.
Wait, did he?
It's a Baghdadi. Oh, Baghdadi had to adjust his bag.
Uh-huh.
Look at that right there. My big brass ones, they need adjustments.
Oh, sorry.
under our leadership,
He's grabbing his own pussy.
glorious nation, something you haven't heard for quite a long period of time. We were a strong nation, and importantly, we were a free nation.
Oh, that's like 100 times a
Now we
Biden
are a nation in
rally.
decline. We're a failing nation. For millions of Americans, the
It's
past
like half orgy night at the Paul Pelosi residence on Friday night.
time of pain, hardship,
Those will be gay dudes.
despair. As
Exactly.
we speak, inflation is the highest.
Hammer time.
Talking about Madison Cawthorn?
Gas reached the highest levels in history.
But with him, he's in a wheelchair, so you just see
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Now that the strategic national reserves, which I filled up, have been virtually
Getting
drained.
feels on his wheels.
Gasoline prices lower just prior to the
roll.
election. Joe Biden has intentionally surrendered our energy independence. There is no
You
longer
roll to that hole.
we are now begging for
The holy
energy help
roller.
from foreign countries.
HOLEY. Holy roller.
Countries being
Exactly.
invaded.
We got bad
Millions
jokes.
of unknown people, many of whom are entering for a very
You
bad.
can't 69 though. He can only do like 33 and a half, right? So
And you know what that reason is?
This is just an L.
We will
He's
be
a-
paying
he's an
a big
upside
price
down
for this
7.
invasion into our country for years to
You just
come.
do a 77.
Hundreds of thousands of pounds of deadly, including
Dude, I'm
very
crying more
lethal
now at the jokes
fentanyl,
than I was at
are
those
flooding
fucking
across
videos
now
earlier.
open
Jesus. I mean, I didn't cry. I didn't. No tears.
blood-soaked streets
no
of
tears. No.
great cities are cesspools
Johnson
of
and
violent
Johnson. No
crimes.
tears.
Yep.
All over the
Mommy,
world.
mommy, no
Of other
tears.
countries explain that this is what America and democracy is really all about. How sad. United States.
You want to end democracy, Trump? You're a threat to it.
Okay, just to talk about that too. Everyone was saying like, "Oh, this is going to end democracy if you vote a certain way." It's like, do you realize that democracy is about voting?
Right.
Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
are you fucking retarded?
Yeah, exactly. You're like the very events, the ritual that you're taking part in. That's democracy. Like the people that you're accusing of ending democracy are taking part in democracy, right? We're the ones standing in line on election day. We're not the ones sitting our fat ass like filling out a mail-in ballot on our couch. Like, yeah, most conservatives go out on election day, stand in line in a rain or whatever, So
I did. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And, it's just one of those things. Like if I was running for president, I would get no votes. But I would say that a couple of my biggest things would be no more mail-in voting unless it's absentee or for military.
Yep.
Voter ID,
Yep.
because you should have to show your ID to vote to make
Exactly.
sure.
Yeah.
And not just make sure the signature is okay.
Right.
And term limits for Congress and Senate.
Yep. Absolutely.
Like 2 terms, just like a president. which you
Right. So it's not just a marathon of trying to maintain your power, and that's it. Like that's your main focus. That's your main priority is keeping power. Like say if you're out after 8 years anyway.
Yeah.
Especially in a second 4-year term, like you're really be kicking ass and taking names. So because you only have so much time.
This fucking guy is saving democracy right now. I drank a beer in the parking lot like I was tailgating when I went to vote. That
Yeah, there you go.
America.
That's America right there.
Hell
There you
yeah.
go. It's America way. Mhm. Yeah.
In Afghanistan, perhaps the most embarrassing moment in the history of our country. where
As
we
long as you
lost
did it with your beer
lives,
gut like out.
left Americans behind, and
And I bet he was wearing like a too tight Walmart Dale Earnhardt t-shirt when he was doing it too.
anywhere in the
Yeah.
and Ukraine, which would have
With some
never
beef
happened
jerky.
to your president, are something.
See, there we go. Went in with a red and white blue face paint. Dude, I was honestly thinking about going in and that get in loser. We're doing butt stuff. I was so close to wearing that shirt just to offend people.
Yeah, you're practicing your First Amendment rights. Yeah, that's that's democracy right there.
We just talked about tranny wieners. I mean, trans wieners. Excuse me. Sorry.
Events.
Let's talk about transmissions.
Many more, even just today.
Yeah, like just a t-shirt with an arrow pointed down, to your ass, like fun zone, says fun zone, something like that.
Darrell Brooks so.
Absolutely. And they're not happy. They're very, very angry.
Very angry.
Now we have a president who falls asleep at global conferences.
Yes. Yes,
was
crowd
held in
work.
contempt by
Yes.
the British Parliament over Afghanistan. Thanks to the words
Thanks for dropping
of
in, dude.
wisdom,
Appreciate
he
you.
See ya.
said thank you to the wrong country for inviting him to a major summit on the environment of all things. They fly for days to get there, and then he calls the country a name that was actually a country on another continent. And
Okay.
he's leading us to the brink of nuclear war, a concept unimaginable just 2 short years ago.
I just
You
love how
cannot
he's now
mention
getting into the Biden
nuclear
shit.
word.
It's great.
Oh yeah.
The Green New Deal.
The
and
sad thing is that
they may
the people
affect-
that love the D, they don't care. They don't
Yeah.
care how inept Biden is.
Nope.
I mean, he could show up with his pants around his ankles, with his Depends showing, sucking his thumb out on stage, and they would not give a fuck. They'd be like, "Hey, he's got a D behind his name, not an R. Vote for him every time."
Was it you that sent us the meme about Biden Fetterman? Then it's a no-brainer.
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
That's so good. I got a good chuckle out of that one.
I think I sent you one where Fetterman's big goyle out of his neck was getting sniffed by Biden, like Biden was sniffing his neck. Yeah.
Dude, when is that thing? When is it going to become alien? And like just fucking.
Yeah, I mean, when's it going to come out and say "Free Mars"? You know, it's going to go full Quato.
that is talked about, and yet nuclear weapons, which would destroy the world immediately, are never even discussed as a major threat. Can you imagine? They say the ocean will rise.
No, I'm a liberal. I can reimagine. We like to reimagine everything. Yes.
Don't worry about nuclear weapons that can take out.
Reimagine Darrell Brooks' asshole circumference. Reimagine.
They're thinking under Biden and the radical Democrats, America has been mocked, derided, and brought to its knees, perhaps like never before. But we are here tonight to declare that it does not have to be this way. It does not have to be this way.
Preach.
Derided. Is that like Darrell? Derided Darrell Brooks?
Right. Riding Darrell Brooks, huh?
Great nation. And soon.
Riding him like the 2 o'clock bus. Yeah.
His nickname in jail is going to be DB Pooper.
The decline of upon it.
The mystery of DB Pooper.
How big is it? Where does the rim go?
This decline, we must accept. When
What's the
given
DB's name? We're Dick Big. Yeah.
I believe the American people will overwhelmingly
Big Pooper.
the left's platform of national ruin, and they will embrace our platform of national greatness and glory to America.
Oh,
Glory.
Democrats say, nationalism. He's a nationalist.
Nationalism. Oh, you have pride in your country. You want to have a border. You want to have a sovereign country. You don't want to believe your country is like the worst country in the world. Oh, you believe in nationalism. You know who else believed in nationalism? Hitler.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you said sovereign. Darrell Brooks is like, nationalism.
Look at me. I'm Hitler.
He's dressed like Mr. Rogers in that.
Like, how can you be threatened by that?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a wonderful day in the neighborhood.
It's a wonderful day in the Third Reich. A wonderful day for a Hitler. Would you be mine? Get on that train.
A long and unnecessary period of waiting, far longer, in fact, than any third world country. Just a short time ago, the Republicans won back control of the House of Representatives.
You know what? I'm glad we didn't win the Senate. I'm actually glad because I think I told you this already. It's like next year, it's going to be a complete fucking shitstorm.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's one of these things where, like, like I was saying about the instant gratification stuff. It's like we're in such a culture of instant gratification where no one has the patience of this. And I know I was telling Shawn this, so that's like in one ear out the other with the patience. No, I'm just kidding. But no, like, but we have to have patience and realize that like this breeds other things, like that, like people seeing it more and more, like him being from 2016 to 2020, he showed and showcased the falsities of news and
sure, right, yeah,
so much of it. So like it was such a good like. Was it divisive to a point? Yes. Were there negatives to it? Yes, of course I can admit that. But the positives were that he he exposed in real time all the shit that was going on.
Yeah, he flipped the light switch on and the cockroaches went running.
Yeah,
and then you mentioned divisiveness. I would say like when everyone complains about like he caused so much chaos and divisiveness. No, I don't. He didn't. It's the media reaction and them exaggerating everything he did and just them outright making up bullshit about what he did caused this divisiveness, causes this fear. Because another thing that the Trump years exposed is how moronic and stupid a lot of people in this country are, where they'll just blindly believe any talking head as long as they have the NBC or the ABC or the CBS News logo in front of them. Like whatever the talking head on a main channel says, they just believe it as gospel. And so that's when they were all like, Orange Man bad, Trump is orange Satan. They ate that shit up. And then that's what caused the divisiveness. There we go. And so that's what got all the suburban, cul-de-sac Karens all, I'm never voting for Trump. I'm in divisiveness.
Yeah, it's like he just opened the fucking curtains on the crack house, dude. He fucking, and sunlight, as cheesy as it is, sunlight is, the best disinfectant. And so he just showed everyone. And then, Biden hears cockroaches. He's like, oh, you're talking about black.
Right. Exactly. I mean, and that's the thing is, this was going to happen to anybody that did what Trump did.
Yeah.
We could have elected some guy named Fred Smith, and if he did the exact same thing that Trump did, even in a more polished way, like Ron DeSantis, they're going to get the exact same reaction. They're going to get, it's not going to be the Mueller report. It's going to be some, it's going to be the, Ferdinand report. It's going to be, investigations here, investigations there. They're going to try to get at whoever the disruptor is, regardless of name, just like they did with Trump. So when DeSantis wins in 2024, he's more polished and he's more disciplined than Trump, but he's going to have an R behind his name, and they're going to go after him hardcore. Now he's going to handle it better because he's not going to take the bait. But it's just But you're right. Your original point was Trump in his years like really shed a light on the bullshit, and the malevolence of the system that was in place.
Yeah, I do agree. I think DeSantis does have a good chance for it, but it's to me with that situation, it could divide it to a point to where it could be a detriment to Republicans and conservatives, because it's almost like a third party vote kind of, because but I mean I guess in primaries, but
right.
Because it's so divisive and Trump has such a loyal following, and then there's also the never Trumpers or whatever, but they're still conservative,
and then there's the always Trumpers, right? Yeah, so where they're like so tribal, and it's like it's just Trump or nothing, right? I mean, it doesn't matter. Anybody else might as well be Mitt Romney to them, Ron DeSantis might as well be Mitt Romney.
So I think it's very. It could be troubling either way, because the never Trumpers would vote for DeSantis, and the always Trumper bust are like maybe won't vote for DeSantis. So it could be like a third party vote, when it comes down to the actual thing. But if they combine their forces, and there could be that, okay, well, this guy's president, this guy's vice president, at least we got this guy, or at least we got, you know what I mean? So I think that it would be smarter to have this Trump DeSantis.
It's I think that the fact that they're both alpha males, they just won't ever. I like more Trump than Ron DeSantis. I think like Ron DeSantis ultimately would be okay with being vice president, but I think that he's
next in line.
And Trump I don't think would want Ron DeSantis, because I think he sees Ron DeSantis as too much of a threat. Right there. But
better than Pence, though. God, good God.
Oh definitely. I'm not like arguing that Ron DeSantis wouldn't make a great vice president. I think he would make a great vice president, but I think that I mean, I think that I want, you know, I want to see them in the primaries going up against each other, because I think one thing, like even the people that are all like ultra MAGA or mega, I think that one thing that they respect is strength, right? And so if Ron DeSantis goes in there in a primary with Trump, and it's just like an all-out like claws lock, fist fucking like just an all-out fucking Royal Rumble, and Ron DeSantis slays the Trump dragon and comes out on top, I'd have a hard time believing that even, you know, the MAGA crowd wouldn't be like, holy fuck. Yeah. I still like Donald Trump, but holy shit, dude, did you guys see what Ron DeSantis did to holy fuck?
Logic and lunacy, what Shawn has been talking about. I do see, you know, the logical side being, there's going to be outliers in every fucking category that you talk about. I think that because DeSantis is also pretty, you know, he's like a Make America Great Again. You know?
He is, yeah. And he's not the establishment that a lot of people are trying to say that he is right now, because a lot of that going on right now in this whole DeSantis versus Trump that's going on right now, that a lot of gullible people are falling for. Yeah, you know, right now that's part of the tactic, is they're trying to portray DeSantis as establishment. You know, like he's Mike Pence, or like he's a Republican or something like that.
Crenshaw.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you know, he's basically Liz Cheney with a cock. You know, I mean, that's what I portray him as.
That's transphobic.
Yeah, you know, but I mean, like, you know, that's what I keep tweeting out there. It's like, conservatives, shut the fuck up about the DeSantis versus Trump thing. You're just entertaining liberals and lefties everywhere. They're sitting there with a tub of popcorn, just gobbling that shit down, just watching, you know, MAGA Nation go up against, you know, DeSantis Nation, you know, and fighting
it's perfect for the media, because there's so much luster that was lost on talking about Trump for so long, that now that they have something like, ooh, there's infighting, let's fucking cover that. You know what I mean? So I get that.
And that's what scares me, is like, it was so easy to coax conservatives, and I mean, and not all conservatives are taking part in this, but like the conservatives that are, you know, DeSantis versus Trump, you know, it was so easy to coax them into this.
Yeah,
you know, because you look at Twitter and it's just like Trump versus DeSantis. It's not. I don't see a whole lot of like, hey guys, pipe down.
Yeah,
let Trump and DeSantis be Trump versus DeSantis. Let it go to the primary. It's all going to work itself out. The cream's going to rise to the top. Cream, and you know, so, and then the victor will come out in the end, right? So
yeah, I think that there is a nuanced discussion to be had about that, and I think that conservatives more than liberals would be able to have a nuanced discussion and be able to see both sides and be able to have some,
no doubt,
a more intelligent discussion on that than, you know, if it was liberals talking about it, but. Excuse me. Damn, I got allergic. I said liberals too many times. Yeah, exactly. It made me sick. No, I think there is a discussion to be had there, and I think there is you know, things that'll come up, you know, in the time. And I think I said on the last one, you know, if it was Biden and Fetterman against Trump and DeSantis, like, good God, please do that.
Yeah, right. Oh God, yeah, exactly.
Trump and Biden in the debate, on the debate stage, and then DeSantis and Fetterman, like, dude. Like, I'm just imagining the amount of fucking content we could get out of that. Content creator.
I want to name the debates too, like give it a catchy title, you know, like Fight for Us versus Short Bus or something like that, or Fight in the Yard with the Tard or something. So you gotta think of like a Rumble in the Jungle, Thrilla in Manila, like, you know, like a catchy name like that, you know. So, but that'd be hilarious. So yeah, just
and we'll definitely, you know, when that time comes up, I'm down to live stream it.
Oh fuck yeah.
What I might do is, what we might do, depending on our Rumble following and everything going on at that point, is do it only on Rumble, so we won't get copyright shit and we can talk a lot of shit.
Oh, right, exactly. Yeah, we can give it the presentation it deserves. Yes,
and then maybe I can go back and, you know, edit some stuff out if I need. If I want to put it on YouTube. But all right, let's get
Mumble on the Rumble. There you go.
And it was with a great Trump-endorsed candidate, Congressman-elect Kevin Kari, who is a fantastic person. And I'm very happy it was his vote that did it. But we now won back. This happened just an hour ago. Much criticism is being placed on the fact that
the fact that it says 2024 on the front of the podium kind of takes
this blame is correct.
takes the suspense out of what he's going to announce, right?
He should just have a button and that it's covering it, and then
right, exactly. Like Family Feud.
Yeah, exactly.
Survey says 2024.
No doubt.
My just funny little thing. You just said Family Feud. My mom is trying to enter us into going on Family Feud.
Yeah.
So that might
Dude,
happen.
play the feud, man.
Yeah. So she's trying to enter it to be her, my stepdad, me, my little brother, and my little sister.
Fuck yeah.
Because Jen and my younger brother's wife, they're like, nah, we don't. That's too much. Like Jen's I'll do a podcast. That's fine. Like, but going on that, I'm not going to be able to think quick, and I'm just going to look like a fucking dumbass. And I was like, yeah.
A lot of people look like dumbasses on there. You'll be in good company right there. Yeah, you get to meet Steve Harvey.
Yes,
you know, what the hell? Yeah. And then do they still do the thing at the beginning where they like pose you in like costumes, you know, where you're standing still and you're like, ah!
I've only watched like the funny ass clips from it. I haven't really watched an actual full episode with him in it, but one of the funniest fucking clips ever is when they had the different football players on there, like different teams of football players.
Yeah.
And I think it was Bruce Thurman, you know, like old school Bills.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Have you seen that clip?
Thurman Thomas.
Oh, Thurman Thomas. Yeah.
Yep.
The Thurman something, whatever. And or maybe
Herman Thurman.
Yeah, exactly. Thurman from fucking Bad Stand. The fuck's up with you and sandwiches, kid? No, but it was during the final, you know, the Family Feud where they have one person from come up and, you know, say whatever. And I guess the first question was in a toolbox, what's the first tool that you have, like that you think about grabbing? And the person that went before him said hammer, right? So
good answer,
which is good. And so when he gets asked the question and, you know, the timer's going, he says hammer, says and he goes penis.
What?
And then you see Steve Harvey just go on to the next question and he goes, what the fuck did you just say? Since we're on YouTube and we already got to copyright something.
Jeffrey Dahmer fucking shit penis.
Dude, like it was just so fucking quick. And you see all the rest of the players like, God damn.
There was one. Oh, there's another football one on there. I gotta put this out there.
Yeah.
So it was Stephon Diggs. He's a wide receiver. He used to be the wide receiver for the Minnesota Vikings. Now he's with the Buffalo Bills. And the question was, what would you do if a naked woman showed up outside your front door? And then his said, get her phone number. Get her phone number. She's already there naked, ready for action.
That was him. Like, I don't want to get a Me Too, so I'm
right. It's like is she showing up naked? Yeah. No, Me Too. Yeah.
Yeah. He's all, I already got something pending y'all don't know about, so I don't want to add to it. There you show this clip.
I don't want this to be admissible.
Yeah, exactly. I'll send you. They'll have Steve Harvey on the fucking stand.
On the stand, yeah. And the winner is
yeah, exactly. I'll the top 100 people, the 100 people were surveyed. Sentencing time and survey says. All right. So, dumb jokes.
It will sadly be much worse, and they will see much more clearly what happened and what is happening to our country, and the voting will be much different. 2024.
2024. China. Good illiteration. Dusting his balls again.
Oh, yeah. What the hell?
Are you getting ready?
I'm getting ready. Bonesaw is ready.
So that's why I just grabbed my nuts.
What movie is that from? Bonesaw is ready.
In the midterms, my endorsement success rate was 232 wins and only 22 losses. You don't hear that.
I mean, that really isn't that bad
from the media.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
I mean, the
And
key
this
ones
is an
lost.
elegant night.
Yeah.
and an
The
elegant
newsworthy ones lost, yeah.
place. And I'm not going to use the term fake news media.
You just did.
So we're going to keep it very elegant.
You are fake news.
From the media. But I think you will, because
Just call them bullshit artists. There you go.
that's some score. And in the primaries was 98.6%, but they were still trying to blame me. And the reason for the success and that unprecedented success rate is that the Trump administration changed our nation on trade. The strongest, safest of our country.
Sorry.
There you go.
Got the compressor mic. Now it picks up everything.
Oh, wait, never mind. No, we'll get another copyright.
Terrorist attacks during the Trump administration.
That shit is rancid.
With the various countries.
I was just giving an example of what Darrell Brooks's butthole sounds like now.
Right.
And
exactly. Right.
But it's because of cutting taxes and cutting regulations.
This fart's going to have to come out of his mouth because there's not going to be any exhaust port for him to come out in the end.
Be all birds.
In the history of the world, there's never been an economy like we had just 2 years ago. Despite the outcome in the Senate, we cannot lose hope. And we must all work very hard for a gentleman and a great person named Herschel Walker, a fabulous human being who loves our country and will be.
This is going to get us to where we're at now in the Senate, 50-50.
Senator Herschel Walker, get out and vote for Herschel, and he deserves it. He was an.
Are they having a runoff?
He'll be an even.
Yeah, on December 6th, I think.
Herschel Walker.
But a lot of people were hoping that Trump wouldn't announce this until after
leaders who
the Georgia runoff. But now that he's announced it, they're thinking like,
in the
well, it's going to scare the voters from voting for Herschel because he's basically a Trump endorsed candidate.
5 million more votes, the largest margin in many, many years over the Democrats. 5 million more votes. That's a big thing. Breaking the radical Democrats' grip on Congress was crucial. So in other words,
I mean, it is good we got that.
Because
no more of those those big money bills. Those are no more for the next 2 years.
That, and we have also I think we talked about it on one of the other streams, maybe the midterms one or whatever, but how I think because you don't have to be in Congress to be appointed the Speaker of the House.
You don't. No.
Imagine if Pelosi got replaced by Trump.
Ooh, yeah.
And he just went up there and did the
I'd love it if Kari Lake got elected. Kari Lake.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
Kari Lake, man, get her up there.
So it's like, I lost Arizona, but I got you, motherfucker.
Yep, I'm third in the line for the presidency, bitches.
Fucking great. Or dude, Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi she's independent now. She's denounced being a Democrat, which is great. And she has some policies that I don't agree with, obviously. But, I think she is logical enough to be able to hear both sides and make a good decision. So.
Yeah. But I like Kari Lake because, then she would just like get up there and she would eviscerate them. I mean, she would just eviscerate them with hot fire, because she's got a way of speaking. I mean, she was in the media. I mean, and she can verbally, just take you down. Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. And she's a smoke show too. So
yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
It's good to go from just, 18-year-old fake titties to, actual attractiveness.
Yep. True that.
Fucking hangers.
You're taking over.
I'm taking
Nancy
over.
Pelosi has been fired. Isn't that nice?
Yeah. She got hammered.
I told them, I said, if you just keep a little bit lower standard, you're going to have a big victory. They said, let's win by 40 seats. Let's win by 50. I said, if you win by 2 seats, be happy. But she's
would have won by that, but the Democrats did a good job at scaring all the people that want to kill babies.
Yep.
You'll never be able to kill a baby again. Ah!
And not prosecute felons.
It was only the beginning of our fight to rescue the American dream.
Yep.
And it's a word you don't use. 2 words. I don't want to be Joe. It's 2 words. American dream. He did There are a lot of bad things, like going to Idaho and saying, welcome to the state of Florida. I really love it. In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing.
I'm serious. No, I'm not joking, folks. Yeah, Idaho. Yeah. I love your oranges. Yeah.
Oh, there it was. There's the announcement.
Was that the announcement? Did I talk over it?
Yeah. That's all good. I think
we get the idea. We know why we're here.
A million more times in the next couple of months.
Yeah. He wasn't announcing what I was hoping he was announcing. That he was going to reopen Trump University, but okay.
We got the dudes with the biker.
Yeah, the cuts. Yeah.
So
like
many
Sons of Anarchy there. Yeah.
It's such a beautiful thing. People say, how do you speak before so many people all the time? When there's love in the room, it's really easy. If you want to know that really,
I'm a comedian.
Yeah, exactly. So much love.
It's sometime.
So much orange love.
Together we will be taking on the most.
No.
Because he's talking about, when there's so much love in the room and speaking in front of a lot of people, whatever. And then he said, you should try it sometime.
Yeah.
Entrenched interests.
Take that.
Our country is in a horrible state. We're in grave trouble.
Like it says, horrible than a horrible. Horrible.
Conventional candidate is a task for a
horrible state.
Before we were talking about Ebonics in Wisconsin, and now it's New York.
Yeah.
This is a movement. This is not for any one individual.
About movement.
This is a job for tens of millions of proud people working together from all across the land and from all walks of life.
You better get rid of those mail-in ballots, though, man. I tell you, get rid of that ballot harvesting, or Republicans better start doing that themselves.
Yep.
If you can't beat them, join them. I mean,
panic.
Get out there before the fucking dummy-crats get to your fucking door. And hey,
look at what's happening.
You sure you're not going to fill that out?
Yep.
Just here, I'll fill it out for you. Just sign your name to it. We'll take care of it. You can just sit on your couch, stay there, and eat your Doritos. I'll turn your ballot in for you, because that's what the Democrats do right now. Is like this. It just cultivates low information, moronic voters. They're like, oh, okay, well, Carrie Lake sounds awful. Yeah, I will sign that. Yeah.
It's just they just listen to what is fucking told to them on TV.
Yep. It's like they don't do any of their own research, because why? They're too busy scratching their balls, sitting on the couch. Watching the Masked Singer. Like, they don't give a fuck. I mean, yeah.
But then Giuliani, is on the show, and then they like,
oh my god, get him off! Ah!
Yeah.
All
right, just sending a message to my dad. He asked what's up with the stream. He's working right now, so he listens to it like intermittently and like pauses it. And so I think he just got to the
to where it fucking got cut off by
Mama
Susan and YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking. Bitch.
Yep.
Bitch. You choose doctors and farmers who cannot stay quiet any longer. You can't stay quiet any longer. You're angry about what's happening to our country. Our country is being destroyed before your very eyes.
I'm not afraid.
Good job for every inspiring young person and every hardworking parent.
I found a booger on my wall.
For every entrepreneur, underappreciated police officer who shout for.
Is babysitting a 5-year-old or something like that, or was Fetterman there?
These are great people that can straighten.
Booger!
We have to give them back their respect and their dignity.
I made that myself.
This will not.
See, Fetterman's wife doesn't look too bad though. Like he definitely outkicked his coverage
altogether.
I saw her. She looks like a hot mamacita or something. I don't know if she's even Hispanic, but she
just likes she has a fetish for handicaps.
Yeah. I need an excuse to drive to get that short bus. To drive that short bus, I gotta have a clear fucking tar to ride it.
You know what they say about retard strength?
Afraid to ask.
Because the only force strong enough to defeat the massive corruption we are up against is you, the American people. It's true.
I was going to say big fat fake titties.
We love them all. Exactly. And we love both sides. We're going to bring people together. It was happening in the previous administration.
I like your theory though, like their protection, Get some saw blade, so
prior to COVID coming in,
like when the saw blade cuts them, do they fly around the room like a popped balloon?
so far left. I
It's just
figured
like
they would speak to me, and I would speak to them. But our success was so incredible, like never before. And then COVID started coming in from China.
China.
Some people call
Why do
it.
you call it that? That's racist.
And we built it back.
He touches it. Some people call it other things.
Coming in from China.
Wait.
We call it the China virus. Some people call it other things, but it was devastating, and we built it back and did an incredible job. But when people say Republicans or Democrats or liberals or conservatives, I say we can all get together. And we were doing that. That was happening just prior, because the success was greater than this country has ever had. We were leapfrogging China and leapfrogging everybody else. And
That's true.
everybody wanted a piece of it.
We were sanctioning those motherfuckers. Sanctions, bitch.
But just as I promised in 2016,
So that, yeah, Chappelle. What you gonna do there, Chappelle? Sanctions.
the Washington establishment wants to silence us, but we will not let them do that. What we have built together over the past 6 years is the greatest movement in history, because it is not about politics. It's about our love for this great country, America, and we're not going to let it fail.
He hasn't fallen asleep,
I
so
am
he's beating
running
Biden.
because I believe
Yeah, absolutely.
seeing the true glory of
That's
what
not a big hill to you have to climb now, but yeah, it's a good thing Biden sets the bar very low.
You talking about low standards earlier,
we can
so
go very
Yep.
We're going to have to go far. First, we have to get out of this ditch. And once we're out, you'll see things that nobody.
You see, like Xi Jinping, like banished Biden to his room and wouldn't let him go to dinner at the G20 yesterday or whatever that is.
And Biden was wearing the.
Yeah, wearing the Kim Jong Un or the Xi Jinping.
Like Winnie the Pooh. Endure what
Yep.
is taking place in Washington, D.C. This is our country, our government, and the corridors of power, they're our corridors. They're not their corridors. These are our
corridors.
And we are coming.
I thought he was talking about Jimmy.
Those corridors.
Jimmy Carter's, yeah.
We got Carter's.
Yeah.
From now until Election Day in 2024, which will come very quickly.
2024.
We'll go. Look at how time flies. Look how fast.
That's good pronunciation.
I will fight like no one
Presidential
before.
pronunciation.
We will defeat the radical left Democrats that are trying to destroy our country from within, and likewise protect us all. We want to protect us. We have to be protected from all of those nations out there that are looking to destroy us from beyond our shores.
We're going to
There are
wrap a
lots of
Trojan
nations that
around
hate
America.
us bravely. And that's the problem when they look at us in disarray like we are right now. When we go to them,
Strong and erect. An
We have-
American erection.
under our feet than they have or any other nation has,
Viagra
and we
of the
don't
world.
use it because we're going to them. It's crazy what's happening. We can't
Strong and erect like a tomahawk missile.
of left-wing failure and
It's
Washington
loco,
corruption.
Yeah.
We had a big G20 dinner tonight.
Mucho grande. Mm.
They flew over, and guess what? He never showed up. They're still looking for him. What's going on? G20, I used to love that. The leaders, they used to make deals for our country like you wouldn't believe. It was one, give me the next one, give me the next one. And we got them to stop taking advantage of our country. Every nation took advantage of our country. We
They're
renegotiated.
sitting there like Santa Claus. They're lining up to give me deals like kids waiting for Santa. Yeah.
Trade deal ever made.
Biden's all,
Ever
"Did you say
made,
kids?"
NAFTA, the
Yeah.
worst trade deal ever made. That's why the farmers love Trump, because we
Oh
get
man, she was hot. Oh, she was 7 years old. She was hot. No, I'm serious. I'm not joking, folks. I'm
restructured
serious.
a terrible deal with Japan. And I did it with Prime Minister Abe, a great man who unfortunately is so sad. He was a great friend of mine.
Oh, here she comes.
So much. but
Watch
we
out, boy. He's a kid sniffer.
deal and
He'll
with
sniff
South
you up.
Korea and so many other countries. And
I try not to sing it too similar to the song. It's like copyright. Yeah, but
don't even
it's too bad you can't do that shit.
Because the devastation that caused for the
So
entire
dumb.
world
God
was
damn you, Susan.
too much to bear.
I know.
I will ensure that Joe Biden does not receive 4 more years in 2020.
A free pudding at the White House at expense.
And,
You got my snack pack? Come on, man.
could not take that. And I say that not in laughter. I say that in
Chocolate,
tears.
chocolate
Our
chip.
country could not take 4 more years. It can only take so much. It's all very fragile to start off with.
Corn pop like chocolate chip. Yeah.
I received a
good.
number of votes.
I used to hear it when the kids used to rub my hairy legs. Yeah. By the way, my son Bo died. Did you know? Hey.
I love kids jumping on my lap.
Many have noted that huge gains we have made with
They got to feel my little tic tac.
set even greater records.
He's
with this
fucking Herbert the
crucial vote
pervert
in
from Family Guy.
2024. The Hispanic voter, the Latino voter has been
your
unbelievable.
fat ass
Great
back
people,
over here.
very
Get
entrepreneurial.
your little fat ass over here.
Everyone thought when I did
starting
the
to
wall,
piss
I
me
built the
off,
wall,
you
they
big
thought,
son of a
that
bitch.
would hurt me with the Hispanic vote. No,
Call me.
it helped me because they wanted safety. They wanted
Sweet love. I love
anybody else. So they were
Screaming.
that trend, and now we're continuing with that trend. Look what we've done in Florida, what everybody's doing now in Florida and Texas, along the border in Texas, won every single
Yeah, I
community.
heard Abbott
I won every single
declared
community
something
Governor of
about the
Texas
border.
called.
Yeah. It's like a declared like an emergency or like a declaration of emergency or
National
something.
Guard and shit.
Yeah. Close the border. Yeah. So
You've done something that nobody else.
gotta do it. Yeah.
You've
When he's
done-
not closing it, he's grabbing up the illegals and shipping them all over the place like he's FedEx. So yeah.
Exactly.
I said,
Yep.
How he rolls.
I guess you call
Or
that
FedMex.
That's
There
what
you
I
go.
call it. That's what I call it.
Should say that they're not all Mexicans.
Man,
Yeah.
and he's
Probably
working
shipping some, some
How
Scandinavians.
New clothes.
hundreds of thousands.
What's that?
How do they all have new clothes?
Yeah, I always see them. They're always like wearing like athletic gear and shit.
What's happening?
Those are like Nike and Adidas.
State.
What's that?
We can't
Sponsored by
have it
Nike.
anymore. This campaign will be about issues, vision, and success, and we will not stop. We will
Fucking
not.
Phil Knight from Nike just sent us all these new threads. Yeah.
be
He wants us
greater.
to be comfortable when we're breaking into America. Yeah.
This caravan is sponsored by Nike.
Nike, yeah. Break into the country. Just do it.
Will be built upon big ideas, bold ambitions, and daring dreams for America's future.
Pumping up their Reeboks,
It is not enough merely to complain.
It's a long walk from Guatemala to the U.S. border.
We don't want to be complainers. I never wanted to be a critic.
you get their steps
I never
in.
respected
Yeah,
critics. Tell
exactly.
people what's wrong, but they can't do it themselves. We will win because we
My
will
Democrat Party provided Fitbit says I have walked 10 million miles, 10 million steps.
lift up working
Sponsored by
men
Pfizer.
and working
Yeah,
women of
exactly.
America, and to restore the fabric of this nation. The radical left Democrats have embraced an extreme ideology of government domination and control. Our approach is the
Based?
opposite.
Yep.
One based on freedom,
He said it.
values, individual
You're
responsibility,
going to get that jab or you're fired.
and common sense.
Yeah. Oh, and we're the fascists, huh? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Going to be a fucking lab rat because we say you're going to be a lab rat. So hold still and take the jab.
Fauci just wants to turn all of us into the beagles that he was
With
testing.
Yeah, right.
We will again build the greatest economy ever.
That's all we are, just beagles. Yeah.
Quickly, we will build the greatest economy ever.
I mean, he did it once.
Yeah, he did.
And if you remember, I did it twice. I did it before
Mhm.
COVID and then handed off something where the stock market was higher than just prior to
Yep.
COVID coming in.
There was like 36,000 when he left office.
We'll do it again, but this time
Where's it at now? Definitely not
I'm not the biggest
36K.
stock market- I'm not the biggest stock market guy, but I know it was better.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a reflection of, America's prosperity. I mean, I'm not a fan of stockbrokers and hedge fund managers and
But
shit
if they're
like
doing
that.
good, everyone else is probably doing a little bit better.
Yeah, exactly. That means companies are thriving. That means they need workers or hiring. So there's jobs.
how bad.
Yeah, sure. CEOs are making more than you would want them to, but like not all CEOs are like silver spoon fucking fed kids that just inherited the company from their daddies. Like a lot of them actually, they basically created the company from the ground up, and
easier.
the bank that they're making, the billions they're making, more power to them. Fuck yeah! If you want to make billions, put in the fucking work.
Yeah. I mean, Elon Musk,
We will immediately
Yeah,
tap
exactly. Yeah, he wasn't born with a silver
and
spoon in his
bring
mouth.
down to a level that
He's
is
a very successful African American.
But actually,
Yep.
the best number is 1%. Do you know that? You don't want it really zero. But we were at zero We actually got it to exactly 1%, the perfect number. One thing every
Perfect phone
economist
calls.
don't have a
Perfect number.
1%.
Favorite
Say
old TV show, Perfect Strangers. Yes.
We had it
It's
at
the
1%.
perfect storm.
And we
George
had it there
Clooney.
for a long period. And
My
we
favorite
had
band, A Perfect Circle.
the value of the dollar. We had it so that this country could make a lot of money. And I fought other countries where they devalued their dollar, or they devalued their currency,
China.
whether it was the pound
Yeah,
or
that's
whether
what they
it was
did.
the yuan or the yen. And I used to fight like cats and dogs with the leaders of other they had order to show devaluations of their currency.
Wish he had sound effects when he's doing this.
Thing I haven't even
It's a little
to you.
like cats.
Important
Meow. And dogs.
when they do that.
Vaguely.
Well, I mean, Gallagher's not around anymore.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
He's a big hammer.
Country, and they believe me.
He's in that big watermelon patch in the sky now. So yeah.
Instead of putting
That's
America
racist.
last as the
Yeah.
Biden administration, very, very
I
open.
wonder if all the angels in heaven have to wear like the
can imagine
tarps
saying, let's put
over
America
their robes now because Gallagher's up there.
and America.
God's like, don't you bust another watermelon there, Gallagher. I'll kick you down there.
Every policy.
Yep. God's like, that's it. Watermelons are banned in heaven.
Very much.
Exactly.
I've got cantaloupe.
That's why we're here. I didn't need this. I had a very nice, easy life. It's
That's true.
something
It
I
is.
didn't need, and a lot of you people don't need either. But we
What
love
do you
our
mean, you
country.
people?
We have to
You
take
people.
care of our
What do
country.
you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
Every policy
What?
must be
What?
geared toward that which supports
Never
the
go full
American
retard.
worker, the American family, and businesses.
Man, you shredded. You shredded.
And
Give me,
allows
give me some tips. Give me some tips. Give me that goddamn map.
level field, which we never had.
Robert Downey Jr. was fucking hilarious.
Okay.
Administration.
One of his
came
best
along, and now
roles.
we're
Oh, yeah.
moving back into China. They're moving back into
Live on. Live on.
That
Gotta
means
survive.
low regulations and fair trade.
Dude.
Much of
Playing a
which
dude
I've
disguises
already
I'm not a dude.
now will even greatly enhance. Other countries should pay for the privilege of coming into the American marketplace. They have to pay to come into our country and make all of that money, take it away from us. And thanks to the Trump administration, still the best and the biggest country in the world is what we have. We have the best and the biggest. If you remember, for many years, you can look in your projection books, China was going to take over from us as the largest economy in the world in 2018
It's
or
like projector,
2019. I
like
said,
in
I don't
school.
like that timing.
Yeah.
And I was with
Projection books. Have you? Hey, Ian, have you checked your projection book lately? I haven't seen my projection book.
I'm not the king. I
Yeah.
said,
The
"You're
clear
king."
slides.
Oh, where's that?
It's the
Yeah.
same thing.
Projection. Oh, there it is.
I said, President, you can't do these things. You can't. Remember, they had China 25. That means China was going to take over virtually the whole world economy by 25. I said, that's not a nice sign. I don't want that sign. They took it down. They took down the whole slogan. Probably will be coming back at some point in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
But I found it very insulting. I
Mhm.
find that very
They're going to
insulting.
move the timetable up.
On day one, we will end
Yeah.
Joe Biden's war on American energy.
He wants to take
And
over
you
all the
will
energy, but he
see
has
when
none.
that happens,
Yeah.
you will see energy costs come down. And because energy is so big and so important, you will see
You're a lying blah, 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 blah.
you will
Riboflavin.
see come down to something of beauty. And you wouldn't think
You're a
it's
lying dog-faced pony soldier. Hey!
complicated.
push-ups,
a little
fat.
bit is what's happened to so many other things. I believe originally started by
Bringing dignity and decorum back to the White House.
$1.87 a gallon for gasoline, and now it's hitting $5, $6, $7, and even $8, and it's going to go really bad. The socialist disaster known as the Green New Deal, which is destroying our country, and the many crippling regulations.
Like I said, I think like next year is going to be a complete shit show. And yeah, I'm just glad that we got the House
our country
and not the Senate, because then they can't blame us. Because like, hey, Republicans, you're in the majority. You
Yeah,
run the Congress. You've got the House. You got the Senate. See, now they can't say that anymore. But we've got the House, so now we can investigate all these motherfuckers. Yeah,
Germany tried it. Germany tried it
investigate Fauci.
for about a year.
Good God, please.
Oh fuck yeah,
And Hunter.
Hunter. Yep.
Remember the
Fucking
Hunter?
DOJ. Drag the fucking DOJ. I want Christopher Wray sobbing.
a
I
white
want him
surrender.
bawling. I want him like fucking like purple faced,
I
fucking
said,
quivering, sobbing when fucking Ted Cruz is done. Well, that's the Senate. Never mind. Jim Jordan. There we go. We'll go Jim Jordan. Yeah.
And when that happens, history has proven that it's not good for Germany. Just take a look over.
Oh, and then like
the
fucking
years.
Rand Paul.
I didn't know.
Oh, he can go totally nuclear
They
on
closed
Fauci, and no one can stop him. He's not going to have like the fucking head of the council go, "Hey, that's your time, Rand Paul."
Yeah,
You know?
it's gonna be great.
And they're
Yeah.
building fast. And China's building a coal plant every week.
Shit to look
Every
forward
week
to.
they open
Mhm.
up and then
What
they
is it?
talk about
Who's the
all
meme?
of the things that they do environmentally. They're watching us die.
I'm that psycho looking Willem Dafoe meme, or is it?
Doesn't have the power to fire up our great factories and our great plants. They are watching us die, and they're laughing as it happens. Remember, economic security is national security, and that's what it is. We need economic security. That is why we will launch an all-out campaign to eliminate America's dependence on China. We will bring our supply chains, which are a disaster right now. You can't get anything, and good luck getting a turkey for Thanksgiving. Number one, you won't get it, and if you do, you're going to pay 3 to 4 times more than you paid last year. But we will bring our supply chains and manufacturing base back home, as we were strongly doing during the
I'm just going to eat Thanksgiving at Cracker Barrel anyway.
bring
Yeah.
back wealth, health, and success to the American middle class and to America itself.
I haven't got my Chinese turkey yet this year, so
Sit down. I feel so guilty having you stand.
Bells of Aubrey.
No. No, you've been standing.
That was a quote
For
from
the
a
whole
Christmas
event.
story. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I feel very guilty. I don't want that to happen. To every worker and family struggling to survive in the Biden economy with inflation destroying your family and your life, this campaign will be for you. Help is on the way. Joe Biden has abolished America's borders. We are going to restore and secure America's borders just like we had them before. Best ever.
Had a Biden moment.
We built the wall.
Yep.
Now we will add to it. Now we built the wall. We completed the wall. And then we said, let's do more. And we did a lot more. And as we were doing it, we had an election that came up. And when they came in, they had 3 more weeks to complete the additions to the wall, which would have been great. And they said, no, we're not going to do
I
that.
saw a video. I don't know if it's fake or not, but I saw a video where a guy
Want to have
was heckling Trump during this.
open
He was
board.
wearing a MAGA hat, and he was like, "You're boring. You're boring."
Yeah, that's
Something
how
like that. I don't know if that's fake or not, man, but
haven't seen it yet. And I mean, there's still
Yeah.
another
Mexico
10 minutes.
to give us free
yeah,
28,000 soldiers.
guy was like trying to be Alex Stein. Is kind of what it reminded me of. So yeah,
Gentlemen, by the way, socialist, but that's okay. Can't
they
have
do
that.
have like liberal Alex Steins now. I've
Man,
seen that like videos like where they're just trying to
28,000 soldiers.
fucking
And
copy
then
his shit.
when
Can't
then when
meme.
the wall was finished,
Yep, exactly.
we set all these records. We have
Can't
records
govern, can't meme.
even compete with right now. It's a disaster. I believe it's 10 million people coming in, not 3 or 4 million people. They're pouring into our country. We have no idea who they are and where
And according to Mayorkas, the border is secure.
they're happening to our country.
Yeah.
We're being poisoned. Within moments of my inauguration, catch and release will be gone forever. Remain in Mexico.
Well, they'll still be released. We'll just release them out of the helicopter.
Remain in Mexico, which was so important. Everybody came in here. They remained
Be like
here, they never
Scarface.
left.
Yeah.
Get 'em?
Just hang
Out of
out
policy, remain
I
in
never
Mexico.
like him.
And if you
there. Yeah, cockroach. Yeah.
get the president of Mexico to agree to that, it
Well, that guy did try to have him whacked or got his
they
buddy
terminate.
killed with a chainsaw. So yeah,
I
swear he had my brother killed.
They get
Yeah.
lost. And it's very dangerous.
he's trying to fuck my sister. Yeah,
Pay a big price someday
I
for
didn't
what
try. I did.
will begin the process of safely removing the illegal alien criminals that have been unlawfully allowed into our country. We have no choice.
Come in the
We
right
have
way,
no
man.
choice.
Yep.
I will send them all to Martha's Vineyard like you won't believe.
Human trafficking, which both have
Martha's
been
Vineyard,
set upon
part
us
2.
like never before.
I will build a big, beautiful wall around Martha's Vineyard, and then I will ship all the illegals there.
The internet.
And Muffy and Buffy won't be able to leave either. They'll have to live with all the illegals. Bigly.
The #1 port all over the world, the southern border. So much
Would it be
comes.
funny if like Martha's Vineyard turned Martha's Vineyard into like New York from Escape from New York?
It's levels that are
Like big criminal kind of, yeah.
years ago.
Send Snake Plissken in, later on. He's flying into Martha's Vineyard.
Total breakdown of law and order. It was a total
Call me
breakdown
Snake.
of law and order. I will restore public safety and
Martha's
American
Vineyard
cities
too.
and
We're
other
not going to take
communities
it.
that need it. They don't want our help. We're going to insist that they take
Oh, I'm not going to take it. Yeah, that's what they said. Oh, I'm not going to take it.
all Democrat cities.
The ruining branch. I see all these illegals scurrying about. Oh, the ruining branch. Oh, Murphy.
Random like nobody's ever seen before. And we sent in the National Guard and
It made me drop my scone.
other places. In Seattle, we went to, we were getting ready to go, and they took over part of the city. And the governors, the Democrats don't want to ever ask to do anything because they don't want to shake things up. In the meantime, the cities are rotting. They are indeed cesspools of blood. So we're going to go and help them, even if they don't want the help. We will.
Cesspools of blood. Another band name, yeah.
Resources, power, legal protection, and we will give them back their respect. They're great people.
Reliance Stadium, are you ready for cesspools of blood?
Clean out the nests of
Followed by anal therapy. And then opening for him, Baghdad.
You know the worst?
Baghdaddy. Yeah.
The worst criminal
Special guest DB Pooper.
under the
He's the shit.
they were unable to take them out because their countries where they came from wouldn't take them. And I learned about that.
DJ Grounds is going to be doing
Which country was on? It was Honduras.
Yo, DJ Grounds, spin that shit. Grounds. Grounds.
relevancy.
They wouldn't accept them. They would put planes on the runway. So they would come out with these gang members from MS-13. The plane couldn't land because other planes were on the runway.
Or as Biden calls them, MS-15.
Borders, because they had stronger borders.
MS, you
They
know
had
the
borders.
thing.
We don't have borders. Other countries that
It's
we
MS-13, but with 2 more calories.
borders, but we don't.
MS
defend our-
1013.
Yeah.
But these countries, and I got to know all
MS
of the
trillion
presidents,
billion.
prime ministers. I got to know them all.
MS-13,000 Space Theater. Yeah.
$1 a year. They won't take them. And you could not get anybody back in because they sent them out. They didn't just come out. They sent them out. They don't want the bad ones. They want to keep their good ones. They don't want the bad ones. These are gang members that will
Yeah,
kill.
it's like picking apples.
Knives.
I don't want the bad ones, but the good ones. Yeah.
Then again, you've read the stories. MS-13.
Bobbing
these
for
are
bad
savages.
apples.
Hey, please don't.
Yeah. That's a bad Granny Smith illegal. Ooh, there you go.
And so,
Be bad,
Nanny
Nanny
Smith.
Smith.
Stop giving it the 7. And I get a call.
That Nanny Smith illegal's got a worm in it. Ooh, get rid of it. Not
Sir,
making it into the bushel.
Understanding
It's the
what's
tequila
wrong
worm.
is
Yeah.
that taking your MS-13 gang in the caravans. I love the name I came up with.
Tequila.
The caravans, thousands.
I love the name I came up with it.
In those
Yeah.
caravans,
I just did Mexican Trump.
rough
Jesus.
people. You're not taking them back.
He's
Well,
grande.
we
It's
didn't
Yeah.
know that this was
Donaldo Trumpo.
Is there anything we can
Il Donaldo Trumpo. Yeah.
glad to take them back, sir? They took them back. I still didn't give them the 750, but that's okay.
These are like, yeah, it's like fucking like
And by the way, now
dictator Il Donaldo Trumpo. Yeah.
They were happy with 750, and now they want to give them $4 billion. Somebody
Dollars.
explain that one to me. It actually makes you rage with anger when you hear that. They wanted 750 so bad.
Rage.
$4 billion.
Rage.
We will
Shadowless.
wage war
Yeah.
upon the cartels and stop the fentanyl.
Rage with anger.
200,000 Americans per year.
That's Cesspools of Blood's first album there. Yeah. Rage with
And I
anger.
will
Yeah.
ask Congress for legislation ensuring that drug dealers and human traffickers, these are terrible, terrible, horrible people who are
Not
responsible
just terrible, horrible
death,
too.
carnage and crime
Double
all
terrible.
over our
Yeah,
country.
they're horrible.
Every drug dealer during his or her life on
terrible.
average
Horrible.
will kill
Terrible.
500
Knucklehead.
people.
Yeah.
The drugs
Terrible. I'll tell you.
of families.
You a knucklehead.
We're
You a
going to
knucklehead there.
Everyone
Coyote, you knucklehead.
drugs gets caught selling drugs to receive the death penalty for their heinous acts.
This is where the guys on Tim Pool like freaked out because I saw this part where they're talking about death penalty for all drug dealers and like
Any more
Ian
blue-
Crossland. I was like, no, not all drugs are the same. No death penalty for drug dealers.
American public is ready for
There's
it.
a difference
lot of my
between
people
like drug dealers
say,
and drug
"Please don't say
traffickers.
that,
You know what I
sir,
mean?
that's not nice." They kill 500 people each.
I think there should be like a
And if you don't do
kind of like a threshold, as far as like who gets the death penalty, and then because I mean you don't want me to be president of the United States because I would be hardcore and like all kinds of stuff. Like me, I'd be like,
how come you?
well, hey, if you're a drug dealer, everyone gets a death penalty, and hey, to erase all doubt,
I sort of knew.
don't be a drug dealer.
Hey, you know what? I used to sell a lot of weed when I was younger, so not all drug dealers.
You would be the first one I'd put in the chair.
I mean, they do call me Sketchy Jesus, so I can have a way that I would be executed.
Do you have any final words, Sketchy Jesus, if that is your real name, before we make you ride the lightning?
I do not consent to be called by that name.
Don't put that hood on me. I'm afraid of the dark.
They don't have a drug problem. Other countries like Singapore has no drug problem. No drug. You ask them.
My name is Sketchy Jesus.
They say drug problem. They don't
Like the
even.
Lord, just not spelled the same.
My name is Sketchy
there,
Jesus.
risk their lives every time they sell. When they can come to the United States and nobody even.
Hope everyone has seen The Green Mile, otherwise I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about there.
And also bring down your level of crime, probably 75 or 80%. That's the only answer. No more blue ribbon. I refuse to create them anymore. They were just a joke. It was New York people wanting to be on a committee for publicity reasons. No more blue ribbon committees. That's the only way you're going to solve the problem. And I hope politicians are listening because they should do it quickly. Joe Biden has also
Bigly
proven
and
that he
quickly.
is committed to indoctrinating our children.
But
Even
what if I want a blue ribbon? Man.
I want a fucking Pabst Blue Ribbon after
Yeah,
that.
yeah, exactly. PB Army ASAP.
The White House,
Yes.
our schools will cease pushing critical race theory as they were.
I think they have that's what I'm gonna do. Like for my next few podcasts, I'm gonna like just grab some classic like fishing boat beers and shit.
Or if they do that,
Old
then
Milwaukee and PBR and Hams.
Have you ever heard of Beer 30?
Beer 30?
That's an actual fucking beer. That's like Keystone.
Oh
basically.
fuck, really?
Yeah, it's called Beer 30. Me and a bunch of the old bandmates, we were on the road. We found Beer 30. We're like, yeah, we're gonna drink that shit. It was so bad.
It was piss water.
Oh yeah, we got fucking hammered. Wait, what time is it? Beer 30.
Beer 30, yeah, get it.
It was great.
Hope the beer is better than the fucking name. Yeah.
finally fixes education in America. We were doing great. We were starting to really get it right.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the podcast with the fishing boat beers, and then I'm gonna do my podcast from a canoe or from a bass boat.
Just have a green screen.
Yeah. Have like the Hams animated characters, behind me. So yeah.
My people tell me, sir, that's
Old Milwaukee tastes as great as its name.
we've had tremendous
I think it's coming.
tremendous problems, and
I'm gonna come.
women just very,
I love that soundbite. I love it. I'm gonna come. Fucking Friday Night Tights and Tuesday night's main event. Nerdrotic and Geeks and Gamers always use that.
So good.
I'm gonna come.
But who would think, standing up here 10 years ago, 15 years ago, that
20.
a politician, and I don't like to think of myself as a
That's
politician,
20
but I
20
guess
million.
that's what I am.
Yeah. Hey,
God. But that a
$20
politician,
million worth of pudding. No, I'm not kidding. I'm serious. I'm not joking, folks. Come on, man. It's not a
have
joke.
to mention this. Who would think it even should be a subject to be talked about? We have to defend parental rights. Can you believe this? As commander in chief, I will get Biden's radical left ideology out of our military. And I did. And in the first day, they put it back. They signed an executive order and they put it back. It was gone. we will abolish every Biden COVID mandate and rehire every patriot
Good.
who was fired from our military with an apology and
Good.
full back pay.
They're going to get rid of that
Ooh,
training film with the, hey, so you're a chick with a dick and you've just joined the military. Welcome.
Thank you. And they
What was
deserve
that you're saying about the back pay? Like that? You don't want that?
full back pay, and they'll get it. And
The
unlike
back pay,
Biden possibly getting us into World War III, which can seriously happen, I will keep America out of foolish and unnecessary
And
foreign
Zelensky's trying to get us into World War III.
straight.
I mean, he's not lying. He did that for 4 years before, so it's not like something he can't run on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Got us into no new wars. Yeah. So
Correct. That's all it is.
took out ISIS.
As events oversee,
Fucking vaporized that Iranian general. So.
protect our people from the
And then the mainstream media cried about that Iranian general being killed just because it was Trump that did it. So.
States must also build a state-of-the-art next-generation missile defense shield. We need it. The power of these missiles and the power of a word that I refuse to say, nuclear. We have to have it. We need a defense shield. And we actually have the technology, and we're going
It's
to.
like Harry Potter.
Just
Somebody's name I refuse to say.
We'll get this done.
Voldemort.
What he talks about.
I think that's like the third
When I
time
got
he's
there,
done
we
that.
had jet
Yeah.
fighters that were 48 years old,
Yeah, what was the other one? It was
50 years old.
fake news.
Bombers where their grandfathers
Not gonna
flew
say
them
fake
when they were
news.
new. And now the grandchild is
But
flying.
you all are fake news.
But as I have said before, the gravest threats to our civilization are not from fake news, from within. None is greater than the weaponization of the justice system, the FBI, and the DOJ.
Yeah, that needs to be taken care
We
of.
must
Yeah.
conduct a top-to-bottom
I'll
overhaul.
be replacing fake news with full of shit and just won't quit.
Washington, D.C.
Yeah, I need to get rid of them IRS armed agents.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Keystone Clowns. Yeah. Yeah. The 22-year-olds with dad bods that don't even know how to fucking handle a handgun. Like,
Yeah, dude, that video is so good.
God, it was so good.
When are the mocha lattes going to be served? Oh, the
Do they come with Dunkin' Donuts?
Oh, what the hell? Is that Conan O'Brien? Is that Conan O'Brien?
Hey,
I gotta do this.
He does
Yeah,
this little-
do the little. Zzz. Yeah, holy shit, it's Conan.
Thank you.
John
And
McAfee.
I'm a
Where's
victim.
Andy Richter?
I tell you, I'm a victim. Think of it. The FBI offered
I'm a victim.
$1 million to Christopher Steele, who wrote the fake dossier, if he will lie and say that the fake dossier was true. And he refused to do it, so it had to be really fake.
Yup.
And then they hired somebody for 200.
So much room for activities.
On Trump and to get Trump and other things, including the
Okay,
raid
real
of the-
quick. I know. So you just okay in that scene when they say there's so much more room for activities. He goes, I forgot to ask you, do you like guacamole? I'm sorry, I don't know why that is too fucking so funny to me, but he asked it right as he jumps on the fucking plane. It's so random.
Oh yeah.
And then the other one, it's not in the actual movie, but it's from the outtakes when he's like, I'm gonna punch you in the concussion. So good. Sorry.
What was that one part where they're sitting on the couch and they can't have any TV? You're like, this is.
Are you fucking high?
What is this? Yeah, this is full of shit on planet bullshit or something.
In the galaxy of this sucks camel dicks. Yeah, that and Anchorman, probably two of my favorite.
Oh fuck yeah. That's the thing you had where they're beating up the kids. And he's on like the merry-go-round. He's like, just a fist is going around all the kids.
I have a belly full of white dog shit, and you're pulling this on me.
the very beautiful house.
I'm alive. Shut up. You're waking the neighbors.
Exactly. I hope you're a light sleeper because I'm gonna put a rat trap in between your legs.
The raid of Mar-a-Lago. Think of
I'm gonna put my ball sack on your beat lab.
this place. Why didn't you raid Clinton?
I'm playing Moby Dick for real.
32,000 emails. Why didn't you raid Clinton's place? Why didn't you do
Oh god!
who took a lot of
Look at the end. Crossbows. This is a really fucked up idea. Don't you know that?
I'm not going to say anything about how he got the movie, the realistic movie quality.
It's great, but I'm not going to say anything about how he got the Chewbacca movie quality one. But
Exactly. To further train this,
oh god.
I will push for a constitutional amendment to impose term limits on members of Congress. It's time.
It's to the point where every time I make like microwave nachos, in my head I hear the
hey.
Okay, Mom. Hey, I'm watching a video with the girl. What if I want wings, Dad?
Shut the fuck up.
And I will ask for a permanent ban on taxpayer funding of campaigns, a lifetime ban on lobbying by former members of Congress and cabinet.
What if she wants to give up the old bull for the young calf?
She sees a bead of sweat going from my chest fro to my ball fro.
Millions and millions of dollars a year. You have to have a ban on members of Congress getting rich by trading stocks with insider information.
We've done none of those things.
And many of our great members agree with that.
Dad, shut up. Are you going to invest or not?
Of course, we will do whatever it takes to bring back honesty, confidence, and trust in our elections.
Yes.
And our erections too.
Cheating. I will immediately demand voter ID, same-day voting, and only paper ballots.
Word. Word to the mother.
And the death penalty for anybody I find out is committing election fraud.
Only paper ballots.
Yeah.
Down.
Yeah, did you see like that DEF CON, that hackers conference?
Yeah.
Or that DEF CON hackers conference, they proved that like they could hack into all the voting machines.
You had a winner, you had a loser.
Why open yourself up to that? Like, yeah, paper fucking ballots.
Yeah, I mean it's when you got to restart. It's like when your computer's fucking up, you fucking shut it down, restart it. You know what I mean? You got to and then start working from there. So it's like, okay, well, if these aren't working, the electronic and the mail-in and all the stuff is not working, start from fresh and then build it back up again the right way.
Yeah, right. Yep, exactly.
So
it just makes sense.
Friend of mine, nice guy. He was happy, but there was no complaints. And if there is a complaint, you check it out and you can fix it very easily. You can find out what's going on. No, paper ballots.
Al Gore doesn't like it.
Voter ID. So simple. And
yeah, he's too busy chasing man, bear, pig anyway. So
counted by election night.
His face.
They spend all of the money for machines and all of this stuff, and they end up 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later. By that time, everyone forgot there was even an election. It's horrible. And this doesn't happen. I said it before. It doesn't happen in third world countries. They do better than we do. It's horrible what's happening with
Brazil's
our election and election process.
Yeah.
And I'll get the job done. That's a very personal job for me. I take that very personally.
Britain, they elect like a new prime minister every 7 minutes. So they're doing worse than us.
A national agenda, because our country can be greater than it ever was. Our country was great.
He's building it up.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
Right now.
It's ramping it up.
Country can be greater than it ever was before.
Oh, yeah.
A lot. There will be more, much more to come.
See, there's that cadence right there, that vocal cadence. He's building up to it.
Many things we can do. Many of them are not even hard to implement. The journey ahead of us will not be easy. Anyone who truly seeks to take on
grooming us for the end
will be faced with a storm of fire that only a few could understand.
Ooh.
Right?
You went Shatner there for a second.
Have some children in the front row. They understand. In fact,
I think I saw this.
Stand up, Eric.
Yeah, I think this is where I started watching when I watched a little earlier.
Yeah.
When he talks about indictments, it's pretty good.
I think he got more subpoenas than any man in the history of our country.
Yeah.
So unfair. Al Capone, you all heard of the great gangster? Al Capone got far less. Billy the Kid got almost none. Jesse James, no. Eric
Have subpoenas.
He's a PhD in subpoenas.
Doc Adelaide got less than me.
He's a PhD in subpoenas.
And I appreciate the job you do and the abuse that you've taken.
Subpoenas.
Yeah, I was gonna say Joe Biden's a PhD in subpoenas.
Subpoenas. He likes subpoenas.
I'll stand with Kyle Rittenhouse in the house or something.
Amy Hagar right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Subpoenas, 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 subpoenas.
For our great first lady either. It hasn't been a joyride. Stand up, honey.
She speaks 4 more languages than Bette Midler.
It's all stand up. No, bitch.
Yeah.
Fucking stand up.
Okay.
Yeah. He knows the time it is. He's like, stand up.
She says, they do love her. I go home and she says, you look angry and upset. I said, just leave me alone. I got it. Hasn't been the easiest thing, but she's been a great first lady and people love her.
Well, they're all jealous of her because she's a smoke show. And
I mean, definitely, Mike Obama.
We will be resisted.
What's that?
Mike Obama doesn't like it.
Oh, yeah, definitely does not. No.
Interest, the globalists,
No.
Marxists, radicals, the woke corporations, the weaponized,
She doesn't have an Adam's apple like I do.
colossal
Got a
political
bigger dick,
machines, the tidal wave of dark money, and the most dangerous domestic censorship system
I was talking about
ever
her and
created
Barack.
by man.
Yeah, right. Yep.
System we've ever had. We will be attacked.
Oh, those romantic
be slandered.
Barack Obama and Mike Obama sword fights they love to have. So,
I mean, I have been.
Yeah.
Many people
Talking about Star
in
Wars.
this room have been.
Mhm.
But we will not be intimidated. We will march
And I
forward,
see your Schwartz is as big as mine.
and we in the end, will win. Our country will win. We will win.
Merchandise.
My fellow
Baseball's a movie. Baseball's a towel.
First is staggering American decline, and it is staggering indeed. And we will again restore the spirit of our nation. And then we must build and raise up a legacy that will stand without equal in the entire history of the world. With your help, we will create where our children will grow up safe and strong, and a nation where they will prosperous.
We are the ones that back up right all day. Bigly.
Principles of hard work and merit, and hit the scourge of homelessness that is plaguing our
Wrong.
beleaguered Democrat-run cities. We will heal our divisions and bring our people back together through incredible success.
Okay, we're almost done.
We will defend life, liberty,
My dog's like,
of happiness,
Fucking feed me or what?
and the frontiers of human
I
knowledge
gotta feed myself, bitch.
You are fake news.
of human
yes.
achievement. And we will
dog,
plant
you're
our
fake news.
beautiful American flag very soon.
Roof, fuck you.
Yeah, but I don't like
Laws, which I got started. But we need everyone involved. We need everyone's help. We need to look out for one another. We need to be friends. And we need every patriot on board.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be
Because this
friends?
is not just a campaign. This is a quest to save
Dude, you got
our
dark.
country. Talk
Did I?
about saving our
Oh, is it just your screen?
Oh, my screen, yeah. I was looking up this this headline about this Trump announcement here that
Oh yeah.
so yeah, I wanted to, yeah, so NPR their headline you probably saw says breaking Donald Trump, who tried to overthrow the results of the 2020 presidential election and inspired a deadly riot at the Capitol in a desperate attempt to keep himself in power, has filed to run for president again in 2024.
dangerous journey.
Wouldn't that, if he's not the president right now, wouldn't he not be in power?
Right.
Keep yourself.
Those are facts, and the NPR is not going to trouble themselves with that. So yeah.
If our movement,
Oh, and then the Washington Post, I like their headline:
we will
the
shatter
twice impeached former president Donald Trump, 76,
stories of
who refused to concede in the 2020 election and is the subject of multiple criminal investigations, is running again into 2024, increasing the likelihood of a potential rematch with President Biden. Like that's the headline.
It's like, dude, Jesus, can you shorten it up? A headline's supposed to be fucking short, you dicks.
Oh yeah. And then one last thing. New York Times breaking news. Donald Trump announced a 2024 run for president, ignoring GOP warnings that his influence is harming the party. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, the rhinos that fucking like CNN.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and for generations.
Total objectivity in those headlines. Total this is the facts.
Just ahead.
That's it. Nothing more added in. Like totally like that.
America powerful again.
It is.
We will make America wealthy again.
Yeah.
We will make America strong again.
Strong like bull.
We will make America proud again.
Yes.
White
we
nationalist
will make
pride.
America safe again.
Or the gay pride.
We will make America glorious again.
Oh, that's religion. Glorious religion. Yeah.
I'm gonna
will
come.
make America
I'm gonna come.
again. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Can't.
At least he's not playing that stupid ass Rolling Stone song.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the worst Rolling Stone song there is, huh?
So bad. So bad.
Besides Angie. Yeah.
Yeah, there's too many bad ones. All right. I think that is about good. I think we did enough. I think this might be the longest live stream.
Well, there you go. Outstanding. Yeah. There you go. Gold medal for us.
Was there anything else that you had for Brooks or Trump?
No. I think we covered the gamut right there. So we mine that subject matter very well.
It's the subject matter jurisdiction. I think Brooks and Trump. It sounds like a bad country.
Brooks. Doing the shoot scoot boogie, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the poop boogie. That's what fucking Brooks goes.
Heel to toe, do-si-do. Come on, baby, let's go down and run over some people in a parade. Yep.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning into the Whiskey Capitalist podcast. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, follow, and comment down below to help out with that algorithm. Make sure you check out solo.to/the Whiskey Capitalist for all of our links and ways to stay up to date with us. Make sure you check out bit.ly/the Whiskey Capitalist merch to check out our fully stacked merch store. If you need any digital design, go to solo.to/tildeathstudios, and there should be an email there. You can send me a message, or you can go on at Ian Tell Death, or even on the Whiskey Capitalist. Send us a DM. We'll get back to you. Check out solo.to/tilldeath podcast for the podcast that I do with my wife. That is on the YouTube channel and is on the Rumble channel. Make sure you do that. Check out at Till Death Pod Network on Twitter to find all shows that we have going on here. We will have movies on the channel here soon. And if you want to explain a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. So MoviesMerica is the thing, okay? And all the cool kids are doing it. First one's free, okay? And MoviesMerica is, movie review show. And I know what you're saying, like, oh my God, another movie review podcast. Oh! But no, this is not just movie reviews. It's ice cold brews too, okay? So when I am reviewing a movie, I am downing a brewski, brothers and sisters, okay?
So it gets real interesting.
Oh, it gets really interesting. Oh yeah, we get hammered, and I do some shameful shit, So tune in to the end for the conclusion. But yeah, so moviesmerica.com is my website, but you can also get it on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all the fine podcast purveyors that you can think of there. And I'm on social media, obviously Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, not TikTok because I don't want Xi Jinping knowing my every move. So
yeah, I'm about to. We have a Till Death podcast, not the network, but just our. And I'm about to just get rid of it. I mean, it's
yeah. I can't do it because I just picture like the Chinese version of TikTok, like the one that they use their citizens, let their citizens use, and it's so intelligent and it's full of education and whatnot. And ours is like just a fucking freak show. So
yeah. Well, I mean, it is TikTok, but it's just their algorithms over there are towards engineering and science, and smart shit, and then we're fucking TikTok dances and fucking non-binaries.
Yeah. Walking up milk cartons and shit, so yeah
exactly.
Furries.
But yeah, so make sure you check out MoviesMerica. I'm in the middle of doing the intro and doing all that stuff with all the content we got coming out. It's stacking it all up, doing all the live streams and stuff. So but we will, I know it sounds like excuses, but we will have that going soon.
Tick tack, tick tack, tick tack.
Exactly. But it'll be good once the intro is done. It'll be worth it once you guys see all that in the end cards, all the shit. So
check it out. Yep, check it out.
Yeah, buddy. But all right. Well, we are gonna get out of here. Also make sure you even though he's not on here right now, check out solo.to/I'm Shawn Cav. It's it's my regular co-host. Want to thank Movies for stepping in while out doing his musical shit. I'm a little jealous, but yeah, go to solo.to/I'm Shawn Cav. He is on Patreon as well. He does extra content there, and we do Sippin with Shawn Fridays at 5 p.m. Eastern for a little happy hour. So tune in on Fridays for that. Every other Saturday we're doing the Till Death podcast live streams now, so it's not just pre-recorded content. And then we're gonna be doing MoviesMerica every Thursday once that starts coming out. So we'll be doing that, and yeah, super stoked. There's anything else that you had? Or are we good?
Nope, I'm good. I'm tapped.
So yeah, I'm about out. I gotta go eat some food before I pass out. So we'll do that outro. We'll catch you next Monday. Later, guys.
Peace.